An experienced bank that understands your world can make all the difference. WesBanco has seen a lot during the past 150 years. Through it all, our commitment to serving our neighbors and their businesses has never wavered. Rest assured, in an ever-changing world, we'll always be here to provide banking solutions. Learn more at wesbanco.com. WesBanco Incorporated is a member FDIC. Hello and welcome to our 2022 primary election returns coverage, presented, obviously sponsored by WesBanco, and we're presented by the Frankfort Plant Board's Cable 10, and we're streaming through our new fiber product, Nextband. So, woo-woo! We're so glad to be here. I'm Kathy Lindsay, and today I have with me J.C. Young, and you might recognize him. He moderated the Chamber Forum that we did with our candidates a couple weeks ago, and he is on the Governmental Affairs Committee of our Frankfort Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm glad to have him here with me tonight because I'd be doing this by myself otherwise. So it might get a little boring because I just talk to myself. So I'm glad to have him here because we're going to talk about all of the races that we're covering tonight. It is primary night.
That's right.
And it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Do you get excited about Election Day?
Absolutely. I mean,
do
you wake
too.
up with the birds chirping in May and the goosebumps. And
Yeah.
everybody's put all this work in. I mean, it's fantastic. You know?
And it's been a beautiful day.
It has. And that's hopefully drives out turnout.
Yeah. So I tell you what, I'm a total geek out on election days.
Right.
Well, first of all, my birthday is November 4th, so
Okay,
sometimes it falls on election day, and so
That is exciting.
And then and sometimes in some places you work, you kind of get the day off.
Right,
And so
right,
I always like
right.
having my birthday off.
Right.
But it's always been a big thing because elections have been a big thing in my household. We've been very involved. So. It's just, I love elections.
And they matter. I mean, they
matter.
matter, and they're real. And Franklin County historically has a very high turnout percentage and a number of people turn out and vote. And, that shows how much people care here, just like yourself. I grew up in this community the same way. It was a family affair to vote, and, from both sides of my family. And so I'm proud of that history and heritage and being part of the Franklin County high turnout community.
That's awesome. And, and that's just one thing about being here in Franklin County. We're the state capital.
Right.
And so there's just a little more focus on politics than there might be in other counties across the state.
Right.
So it's just something that we're used to. And I think you and I both are just like, we're in.
It's what we're known for, too, and that's important. And you've been on statewide campaigns before, so when you're on those statewide campaigns, you pay attention to where turnout is because that's where money market's spent.
Sure.
That's where ads spent. And that makes you that much important.
And that's where you need to spend most of your time.
Right. And the other thing is once those office holders take office in those statewide and those maybe congressional or federal offices, they respond to bigger counties because they know that vote matters.
That's where they're going to get the votes.
Right.
And that's where, again, they know where the votes are and they know how many that are possible to get. And you really want to go for them.
Turnout is real.
It's so real. So, again, we're here. We're going to be presenting returns as soon as we get them in. We're here in the county clerk's office downtown. We haven't been here for the last couple of elections just because of COVID. And so it's nice to be back here, and we have been inviting any of the candidates to come down and check out the election returns here. That maybe they're all having parties and stuff.
Right.
But we're inviting them to come down a little later and chat with us. I've asked them to come and at least come say thanks to the people that have been working with you.
Sure, right.
Because that's really important. Having been, someone who helps out on campaigns, it's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. And these folks have worked so hard. It seemed like it started earlier. The deadline moved back a little bit for candidate filing, if you remember, because of the census data delay and all kinds of other stuff. Legislators had to do redistricting themselves, so it was a little chaotic start, as we kicked off. But man, when it did, it seemed like it was on fire.
Yeah.
Across the state, not just in our own community, but it really picked up. The weather broke early, and people started getting out.
That's
and
right.
Here we go.
Here we go. I know once we start getting election returns, we're going to be reporting those, but we're going to talk to our county clerk. Jeff Hancock is going to step in over here in a little while and just give us some numbers on how early voting went.
I'm really interested in that.
Yeah.
This is the first year for that.
Sure.
3 days of early voting. It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. we could vote on Saturdays now.
Yeah.
It's not just one day. It didn't hamstring us.
Right.
So I think that'd be really interesting to see how we did on those 3 days.
Well, I look forward to that information from him, and I'm excited to see who's going to win these races. I've been talking to all these candidates.
You have.
And
You've been
so-
working it, man. You've been on.
so-
You feel like you know them really well.
That's right. And then some of them are going to. I mean, they don't have an opponent in the fall, so some of them that win tonight, that's their seat. They're going to win.
I'm going to do everything I can do, Kathy, to compliment you as much as I can tonight, just because I'm flattered that you invited me to come, and I don't want to get thrown off. So, you did a great job
Oh, thank
in the Meet the Candidates.
Yes.
I mean, you did a fantastic job. I watched them all.
Oh, wow. Really?
Your FPB staff, well, I can't help it. You guys set them up great. You
Yeah.
gave everybody good time to speak and and ask questions that were important, and they turned out fantastic. I want to compliment you and your work and
Thank
your
you
all
so
staff on
much.
that.
I want to thank all of the crew who did all of that, because they got us all set up, and they keep us going. They keep me on time, because again, I could just sit there and just talk and talk, and they're like, "Come on, wrap it up, girl. Come on." So, I want to thank them. I want to thank all of the candidates, because running ain't easy.
No.
Putting yourself out there.
No, it's not.
And then having to come in there and talk to me, and
Well-
have to answer questions where you're like, I'm not really sure how I should answer that.
You set them
or-
up. They seem so warm and inviting for people, and they're way more effective than some of the other stuff that we do and see, because it's one-on-one, and
Right.
they feel comfortable and casual, and they can
I
answer.
try to keep it that way, because
Right.
I don't want people to come in there and just
Right.
be scared, because that never turns out well.
And that's the setup for that. The way that you set that up, it doesn't
Yeah.
make them feel uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
they don't have to give out answers that are PC. They can be honest,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and speak to people, and they get great views,
Yeah.
man. I saw them on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I mean, all of them got
Yeah.
fantastic
Good.
number of views.
Good.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much. And again, I also want to thank all the families of the candidates who
Oh,
I
wow.
know have been helping,
Man.
get
It's
out
harder
there
on
and
them.
campaign.
I mean, it just
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's just harder on the families, because the candidate themselves, head space is full.
Yep.
They're trying to manage what they can manage, and
Yeah.
manage a family as well, and,
Right.
and it's a tough time. It can really strain a lot of things for those folks. So we owe them a debt of gratitude for seeking the office and for trying to do it.
That's right.
They want to be public servants.
They do. They do, and
It's-
that's important. I think what I want to do, as we're kind of waiting for the returns to come in, and just kind of chit chatting, maybe we could get. Oh, we're getting something. Okay. Ooh, we're going to get some reports on early voting and absentee voting.
Okay.
Oh, but not yet. Okay. So again, we talked about this is really the first year that it's been permanent for doing early voting. And let me tell you, you talked about
They had two centers,
the
right?
different. We were at the old Frankfurt Plant Board office next to City Hall, which is now Yes Arts, and then out at Capital City Christian Church. Look what we got here. This is early voting and absentee. Looks like we had Michael Mueller in the lead for county judge so far. Sherry Sebastian is leading Katie Hedden and Mark Barrett. And Kelly Dykus has a lead over Bo Sutherland.
It says 2 out of 12 polling places, so that's probably the two. No. Early and
Early,
absentee
yeah.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're both added up.
Okay.
Okay. There's your 5th district magistrate.
Oh,
race.
5th District, we've got Richard Tanner. It looks like he's got that handily in the early voting and absentee. Eric Wisman with a lead in the 6th District. And that's one of the races that whoever wins tonight, it's their seat.
Moves on.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Jake Banta with a lead over Tracy Hopper for jailer. And they were fun to talk to, both of them.
Yeah.
They're both very passionate
They
about
did a
the
great
work
job
going
in
on
the
at
candidate
jail.
forum.
Yeah.
I was really proud of their work.
Yeah.
They both did really good. Here's a constable race.
Constable in the 5th District, Jeffrey Sizemore over Matt Green. And, this is our state representative in the 56th District, Ben Nolan, slight lead by 6 votes over Grayson Vandergriff so far.
That district also has other counties in it.
Yes. Looks like, here we've got Kaylin Studler, over Jay Williams, Mike Templeton, Phyllis Sparks. Was there another one in that race?
This is the Republican primary.
Oh, Aaron Reed, there.
And that is several counties.
And
That's a
some
new
of them
district.
from up north.
Brand new district, right?
Yeah.
It goes all the way to Boone. It's got Owen, Gallatin, Carroll.
That makes sense.
Looking at the map.
That's my editorial.
Thank you. I'm gonna let you.
I can do that.
You can say whatever you want. This is the Kathy Lindsay Power Hour right here.
That's right. U.S. Senator, it looked like Charles Booker had a lead for the Democrats. Rand Paul handily is probably going to take it for the Republicans. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, man, there was a lot in that
there
primary.
were a lot in that primary.
Yeah.
I just figure people get out there, get their feet wet.
Get in there. Yeah, that's right. Get up in there. Yeah.
So here we are again. It's starting to run through again. I got Mike Mueller over Houston Wells, Steve Shelton. Again, these are just for early voting and absentee.
It's 6/11. It's great that they have those out already.
Oh, yeah.
You were right. You
Hey.
you called it again. You knew they would be ready.
So again, we're just gonna let these keep running because they're not gonna change again right now. Right? Okay. So you all check those out. They're gonna keep running. But I just want to do just a short. Again, we're looking at county judge executive, and whoever wins in the primary, Democratic primary, will face Republican candidate Ken Carroll, and that's in that'll be November 8th.
November the 8th.
Yeah,
that's right.
And
thank you for saying that.
Do we need to talk a little bit about Kenny Carroll?
Well, he didn't have a primary.
He did not, and registered Republican. Now,
Right.
was there a time, was he registered independent at any point?
He recently ran for Senate, I believe.
As an independent?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't remember the party affiliation, but yeah,
Okay.
it seemed like he filed for that seat. Yep.
Okay. Maybe settling in.
Right.
Okay. But he will be running in the fall
Right.
against the winner of this race that we're going to be talking about tonight. In the first district, Sherry Sebastian, Mark Barrett, and Katie Hedden. Yeah, there's no Republican opponent in the fall, so one of them will have that seat. When
So
they
there's
win tonight.
so meaning that for everybody paying attention, they don't have a fall race.
Right.
So whoever wins that seat will take office actually the first. I think it's the first Monday in January, but it's usually we just say January 1st.
There you go.
So the incumbent serving now
Right.
will serve out that time.
Yes.
These office holders will take office in January.
Okay. Now, in the second district, magistrate district, J.W. Blackburn, who currently holds this magistrate seat, he did not have an opponent and will not have an opponent in the fall. So it's his seat.
It's his
He's
seat.
keeping it.
Right. He will be the magistrate representing the second district moving forward.
Yep. Now, in the third district, we've got two newcomers.
Okay.
Kelly Dicus and Bo Sutherland.
That was Michael.
It was Mike Muller's seat,
Muller's
and
seat, yep.
he did not, run
run
for
for
that
county
seat
judge.
because he ran for county judge.
Right.
So there's no incumbent there. So two newcomers. So it'll be fun to see who wins that.
New court members always add a new blood, and that's what it takes. It takes new blood to bring new ideas and fresh ideas, and it's a learning curve for everybody. And
Sure.
it'll be great to have new folks on the court to bring in different ideas, and it'll help our county.
Yep. In the fourth district, there was only one candidate from each party to file for the fourth district magistrate seat. So Democrat Scotty Tracy will face Republican Darrell Sanderson in the fall for that, and that is the fourth district magistrate seat.
And now would be a good time to say that you'll be doing more Meet the Candidate
Oh
forums.
gosh, yeah, we'll do them all over
for
again.
these folks that you haven't got to see.
Whoever's going to be on
Right.
the ballot in the fall, we're going to round them up and bring
Right.
them in here and rake them over the coals.
Right. So you guys, so you all have your work cut out for you
We
in
do.
October,
We do.
publicizing and getting that going,
Yep.
getting that out.
And we're going to do we'll do all of the local candidates like we did for the primary, but then we're also going to schedule some time to get those statewide candidates
Right.
in for
The legislative seats.
Yeah, legislative seats, and then maybe if we can get Rand Paul in here,
Yeah.
and probably Charles Booker.
That'd be cool.
We'll get them in here.
Yeah, that'd
see
be
what
cool.
they have to say.
It'd be a big deal.
It will be.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Where were we? Fifth district. Again, we got two newcomers because Marty Booth decided not to run again.
Retired.
So Richard Tanner and Hank Schweikert are running, as Democrats. No Republicans going to be running in the fall.
So they move on.
They
Whoever
will move
wins
on.
that.
Whoever wins tonight's going to get that seat.
It's important to remember that they don't start until January. There's a lot of that out there. You know, you think that some of those folks think they win, or some folks think that they win and they immediately have the seat, but they actually have to wait a little while until they start.
All right, we'll go one more. The 6th district. This was a big one. We've got Democratic candidates Lambert Moore, who is the incumbent and has been there for like 20-something
20 years.
And then former Sheriff Ted Collins is running for that, and Eric Wisman, who is a former city commissioner. So this is another race where there is no Republican opponent in the fall. So whoever wins that seat is going to get the seat and will take over in January.
Okay.
What we got?
Kathy, we have some breaking news.
Oh, breaking news.
Here we go.
All right.
These are early voting numbers of registered voters only. So it's not necessarily who they voted for in the U.S. Senate race. So this is the number of this party that voted for the U.S. Senate race, and this is the number of this party that voted in that election.
Are we going to tell
Does
people?
that make sense? Yeah. I mean, this is your show, man.
I'm gonna give it to you.
No, you rock it. No, you got it.
All right. It looks like for the Republicans, there were, and here I am, I got to show my glasses. This is what I wanted you to read.
I'm sorry.
340.
I could have done that, man.
343, and then for the Democrats, 1,541.
Right.
Voted early.
Can we get the print a little larger? Is that too much to ask, man? You know, get this thing on poster boards.
Sorry, I can't see.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I won't do that again to you.
This is why I have these in here.
I want the readers.
I got the readers.
I won't do that to you.
So again, very exciting that we're having people who are taking advantage of the voting early opportunities.
Right.
So jailer.
Right.
We've got Jake Bonta and Tracy Hopper. They're going head to head again. They did last time. And so it'll be, like I said, they are so, both of them are so passionate about the work that goes on.
They did a great. I didn't get to see them. Yeah. You got to talk to them in their Meet the Candidates. I saw them in the candidate forum, and both of them are very knowledgeable. Did a great job, very respectful of each other. It was good. Yeah,
and so there's no Republican candidate in the fall. So whoever wins tonight will be the jailer starting in January.
Right.
All right.
For the next term.
That's right. And then, what we got?
More absentee. So it's the
Okay.
Okay, we have more. We've had numbers updated with more absentee votes.
Okay.
So U.S. Senator, again, Charles Booker is looking at 81%. I can't imagine that's going to change very much.
No, I think that's probably right.
Okay.
Same, 82%.
Rand Paul, 82%. Yeah, well, I'm going to have to start early and get them in here. Maybe go on.
Maybe they'll come in about August or something, you know.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They're probably looking for stuff to
do
this
summer.
Looking
for some pub, yeah.
Again, we've got constables running, and we'll go over all those here shortly. County judge, it looks like Mike Mueller has 50% of the vote in that those early voting and absentee. Again, that's what, 100 and about 150 votes or so.
Right, separation.
Yeah. Sherry Sebastian still leading over Katie Hedden. Again, that's only 50 votes. So this is just for early voting, absentee voting.
Right. These were at the two super centers, you could call them. This would be votes tallied there, or anybody that mailed in their vote. Right.
Yep.
There's your 5th district.
5th district, Richard Tanner is got 72% of the vote right now for these early voters and absentee. He's here. I'm going to say hi.
hopefully he'll grace the camera here after a while.
We'll get him over here to talk. Ted Collins. This race, again, it's just going to be, I think we're just going to see somebody different at the top every time these numbers come up.
Right.
Jake Bonta has 53% over Tracy Hopper's 47% for jailer.
And as the moments go on, we expect to see these updated results come through pretty quickly.
Yeah, and this constable race is the only constable race that's in a primary right now. I think the rest of them didn't have opponents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason you see the 56th district and the numbers being slightly smaller is it only has so many precincts in Franklin County.
Right.
Something to remember.
Right, because it's also Woodford County.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and remember when you read those Senate race, the numbers in the early, you had 332, so that should add up to somewhere around in there.
Okay. And that again, just for and those are just for our precincts in Franklin County.
Yes.
So.
Right. Right.
so
Well
the-
said.
Yeah.
So the other precincts will be adding up. The other counties
Yeah, so we
in
can't
that Senate district.
we can't declare a winner here.
No,
though
no,
we're
no.
just reporting the returns
Right.
from Franklin County.
Boone County and
Yeah.
and Carroll and all
Yeah.
those other counties in that Senate district, right?
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Up north. Because that makes sense. That's smart. So, let's see. Gosh, I've got more to talk about. Besides the, again, we talked about the one race, constable race. We've got races to look forward to in the fall.
November 8th.
That were not on the ballot for the primary.
Right.
County attorneys.
County attorney race.
Kate,
We had a
Kate Bennett
retirement.
and Max Comley.
We had a retirement.
I was wondering what I was going to ask
Rick
you because
retired.
we don't have an incumbent in that.
Right. No incumbent.
Right.
Rick Sparks.
Rick Sparks.
Current county attorneys retiring.
Good for him.
Yeah. Right. That's right. He's served for a long time.
Yeah,
Done
yeah.
a great job for our county.
Right. And then we'll have our sheriff's race. We can look at our current sheriff, Chris Quire, is running against Republican Steve Sutton.
Right.
And then we have all those city commissioners. And I'm
Right.
surprised we did not have a primary for the city commissioners. Last time there were like 12.
How many are on there? 6 or
6.
So it has to
and
be.
4 will be elected.
It has to be at least 9, right? I mean,
Yeah.
does 8 move forward?
8 move
or-
forward,
Right.
yeah.
Under our form of government.
Yeah. So we only had 6, and that's Dawn Hale, Lisa Unger, Katricia Waldridge, Kyle Thompson, Kelly May, and J.C. Carson.
Probably going to see a lot of signs in
Going
the
to see a lot of signs.
in the fall. Yeah,
Yes.
especially in the city limits.
Yeah, so 4 of those will be elected.
Right.
And then we had some other unopposed races. Our own county clerk, Jeff
right.
Hancock.
Jeff Hancock,
did,
unopposed. That's
did
right.
not have an opponent in the primary or in the fall. So
right.
good for him.
Right.
And then same with our PVA, Kelly Lang,
Kelly Lang didn't have a race.
and our coroner, Will Herod.
And so, congratulations to those 3 office holders
Yep.
on the next term of office. To
They're
moving
stuck with
forward.
us.
Yeah, right. That's right.
They're continuing the work of the people.
Public service isn't easy, and they're clearly doing a good job. There's no mayor race this year in Frankfurt.
No mayor race this year, just the city commissioners.
I'm sure the mayor's
Mayor
probably,
Lane Wilkerson, he's got 2 more years
yeah,
to
he's
serve in
probably
his term.
thankful there's no mayor's race.
I know he is.
Right, right.
We have him in. We do a little show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on Cable 10. It's called Around 10.
Okay, I got it. I've seen it.
Have you?
It's like I've seen it on like Saturday mornings or something too.
Well, we replay it a lot.
Okay,
But
maybe
we
I
do
just,
it on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. and we do it live.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it.
And then
yeah.
we play it throughout the day.
It's
and
cool.
then throughout the week, and then at night.
Yeah.
So we do a thing once a month with our mayor. We have the mayor's moment.
Come on.
And he comes on, and
love
we
it.
just talk about stuff going on, and, you know,
What a
in the
great
city
public service.
government.
People
We
don't
love it.
realize, I don't know how many shameless plugs you want me to give, but I'll throw them out there.
That's what we're here for.
People don't realize how spoiled we are in Frankfort, Kentucky to have this service. I mean, I travel a lot around the state in my profession, and I go to communities and I work with them to help get programs and funding.
Yeah.
And people don't have this.
No.
You know, they don't have it. And we're blessed. We're spoiled that we
Yeah.
have it. And what I'm talking about is not only Cable 10, but Frankfurt Plant Board.
Absolutely.
My in-laws come here from Louisville.
Yeah.
And we talk about that a lot. You know, our water and our TV and our internet and all one-stop shop style. Of course, landlines have you all have done a great job in the way you've transitioned your own business model. As landlines continue to decrease, they're
Right.
going to.
Yeah.
But you have stepped up services in other areas
In
to
other area- yeah.
provide for our community. And you know, this Cable 10 is. I'm a junkie.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Kathy
Good.
Lindsay from Cable 10, man.
Well,
you
who
know?
doesn't? I'm just kidding. Anyway.
She gets stopped at the Walmart.
Yeah,
You know.
all the time.
And people asking about that.
That's
and
right.
Yeah, heard you mention that. What time did it start?
Well, yeah.
You should give out your cell
Anyway.
phone number on there, Kathy. You know,
I
just fire it out.
gladly.
Yeah, fire it
Hey,
out.
They call me at the office. And I just talk. I love hearing from people. So
love
keep
it.
calling. I love it.
I love it.
But another thing is that we have people come, from different organizations,
Right.
talk about events that are happening here.
I think I saw somebody like from the Humane Society or
We've
something.
had
You know,
the
it's like
Humane
a,
Society.
right,
We've
chamber.
been. We just finished up Heritage Week, Frankfurt Heritage Week last
Okay.
week. So we had people here from the historic.
That's on the Around 10 show.
Around 10.
Right.
I'm telling people, if you're
Where's
not
the
watching
studio? I'm just
Around
curious.
10,
Is it at the FPB building? It seems like
No.
a really cool place.
it's at the Cable Building, which
Okay.
is just right before you get to the entrance of East Frankfort Park.
Okay.
There's a building
Yeah,
there.
I remember that old building. I mean,
Yeah.
that building's been there for years. I shouldn't
We're
say the old
still
building.
in there,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been there. I mean, that was where Cable 10 was when I was a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have a guy, his name is David Columbia, and he's running the show back there.
Yeah, he's here.
He has done a great job of updating our
Yeah.
our studio and really making things so that the community here can enjoy
Yeah.
everything that's just top notch, first class. We do high definition.
Well, I like how you all flesh out the events too. You talk about not only time, place, location, but the purpose and what we're doing and why it's there.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
And again, I keep talking about Around 10 because I just really feel like more people need to be watching it. But, Cable 10 also covers all the live sports
Oh,
for
yeah.
high school. They're
Yep.
doing, again, all the high schools, all the sports. They do the pageants.
Right.
They do,
high school pageants.
they do dance recitals.
I was telling
they
David
do
earlier.
concerts, choir concerts.
Just last week, we watched Game of the Week doubleheader. Frankfort High, Franklin County.
Yeah.
We watched the whole game at the house.
Yeah.
I mean, how great was that?
Yeah. Obviously we do all of the city and county government meetings,
Right.
and we cover those people.
Right.
You don't have to miss anything
Right.
because we're covering
In
it.
an effort of transparency in a world that
Yeah.
people want to be in that, it's still a need. You
Yeah.
know, not everybody has social
Right.
media or
Exactly.
or knows how to use it or maybe even has has maybe internet access, but they might have FPB cable.
Speaking of internet access,
Uh-oh.
have I
Is
mentioned
this an announcement?
that the Frankfurt Plant Board has a new fiber product for internet, and it's called Nextband. And
Okay.
it is so fast. I have it at my house. If you live in the downtown or South Frankfurt area, you currently have access to it. So go to nextband.com and
You can upgrade.
You can upgrade. You can go to fiber, and
Right.
this is where you can download a movie in like
Seconds.
minutes.
Well, at my house, when you have as many children as I have, as many devices going, we need this fiber.
And see, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the more technology we get, the more devices we have,
Right.
just the more we need.
Right.
And so
What a
that's
service! I mean, how fantastic is that? That's
JP, I'm-
exciting.
I'm just going to take you with me everywhere. Because
Man,
you're
I'm set up, man. Like I said,
Love it.
I'm just trying not to get fired, guys. I've been kicked out of better paying gigs. It's the truth. Yeah.
But again, I'm going to stop talking about Cable 10 and
Okay.
Frankfurt Plant Board, although that's my job
I'll
and
bring
that's
it
what I
back
do. Okay. We'll get back to it. But we do need to talk about our candidates again. We
Right.
just need to start looking at our. I'm gonna put pause on this for a second. Doug, how are we looking? Are we waiting on returns still? Okay, we're
No
still waiting.
news.
No results
No
yet.
news.
Okay.
They'll all come
tell
in
me a
at
story.
once. It'll all come in. They'll all fire on it
Yeah.
at one time.
Well, I will say, as I'm sitting here, more people are starting to come.
Right.
And we mentioned that Richard Tanner was here. I think is that Reggie Thomas?
Yes.
I think I saw
yes.
him.
State
Hi.
Senator Reggie Thomas is here. Right.
And hopefully we're going to be getting some more candidates down here. So when we get results, maybe they'll want to come up and say something.
Right,
I
right.
won't ask them to until we know the winners.
Sure,
Unless
right.
somebody just really wants to come up anyway.
Understood.
Yeah. But I'm starting to get a little vibe.
Yeah.
that things are
yeah.
happening.
It's picking up. It's picking up
Oh,
in here.
there's Teresa Barton.
Oh, hey,
Oh, she's going
hey,
to come on in here and
great.
talk. All
Thankful.
right. Because we're so happy to have her. All right. It is Teresa Barton. How are you?
I'm good.
All
How
right.
are you doing?
I'm great. So let's
Good.
talk about what you're running for.
Yes, State Senate, 20th District.
State Senate 20th. And you did not have an opponent.
I do not. There are 4 in the primary
Yeah.
that we'll figure out tonight who is going to prevail, and I'll be facing them, I guess, effective, 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay. Well, how exciting is that?
It's exciting.
Okay.
It's always, Election Day is just full of enthusiasm and, just anxiety in a way because you're thinking, okay, what's next?
Right.
But all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how has the campaign trail been for you so far?
Really good, great response. Been to every county, had a
Oh, wow.
chance to just get to each location
Yeah.
just to make sure that they know who I am.
Sure.
And a lot of time here in Franklin County and all the special events and festivals, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
I'm assuming you have a great team.
I think so.
Of course.
Of course I do.
And I know, having worked on campaigns before, I know it's a lot of hard work.
It is.
And so, again, I was telling JC, I just appreciate candidates who are just willing to put themselves out there and then just really spend that much time not knowing if you're going to win or not.
But you always anticipate that you're going to win.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be in it if you weren't in it to win.
Right.
You work hard every day and
Yeah.
go to bed knowing that you do the best you could each day.
Yeah.
So that's what we can do here.
That's great.
Yes, thank
so
you.
what are your plans here tonight? Or is there any kind of party going on, or are you just here to check out the results and then to gear up? I mean, are you going to hit the ground running, or do you take some time off? Or
No time off.
Okay.
There's never time off. Not between now and November 8th. Really just wanted to reach out to the other candidates, see how they're doing, check in with them. A lot of folks are in the same party.
Sure.
I know all of them, I guess, just
Yeah.
to see how they will do tonight.
Right.
And just touch base with those who maybe weren't successful, and then give some congratulations to those who were. And
Yeah.
because I'll be working with all local officials as well, so that's
Sure.
pretty exciting.
'cause you're no stranger to the fiscal court.
Absolutely.
You've run before, so
This
you know how these
courthouse.
things work. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know how these things work.
Exactly.
So, I just really appreciate you stopping by.
Sure.
And I know the other candidates will appreciate you, kind of offering you a way to go. And if there's anything I can do, let's work together,
course.
that kind of thing. Because that's how things get done.
It is. And this will be a large area of the constituents that I represent should I win. And, I'm always here to work with them regardless of party, regardless of affiliation or anything else. So that's what I do. It's what I've always done. It's what I intend to do in the future.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well,
All
thank you so
right.
much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you
Appreciate the
stopping
time.
in. We're going to get JC back over here.
All right.
She did a way better job.
Well, we can hang out. Again, I love when people just drop in. Teresa
I got
Barton.
the best gig. I can get off and go get a drink.
Well,
and
we might trade off
I
here.
had a
Hang
bourbon
on.
ball, chocolate ball back
I
there.
know.
Man, I have the
We-
best.
we brought
Who's
in-
next?
I will say, I'm going to give a little shout out because I brought in some bourbon balls from
Oh,
Rebecca
yeah.
Ruth,
Oh, yeah.
local, and we also brought in some pizza from Da Vinci's, local. So I wanted to make sure the crew got fed well. And then
Rebecca Ruth has saved my Mother's Day,
Yes.
Valentine's Day,
Yes.
Christmas for years. I mean, it has just become like my mom and wife,
Yeah.
grandmother, deceased, but they just come to accept. That's
Right.
that's what the gift is, and that's what they want.
Yeah.
And then I get to eat them too.
There you
so
go.
It's fantastic.
There you go. Around our household, it's Easter time.
Right.
When Rebecca Ruth is
Oh, okay.
Because they do the eggs.
The bunnies, the
They do
eggs.
great big eggs, and they're
Well,
like bourbon ball
I'm
eggs.
just looking
or
for
you
a
can also
reason,
get peanut
you know.
butter ball eggs.
Yeah. I'm just
Yummy.
looking for a reason to go back. So
Well, why
I'm
not?
fine with it. 4th of July,
Yeah. Well, again, I just stopped by there today just because
They have several locations.
They do. There's one down here on 2nd Street, and then
Versailles Road?
one out on Versailles Road.
Right.
Is the one still out? There's one out on Versailles
That's
Road.
the one I go to.
Okay, well then they've got another one
Interior,
in
yeah.
Versailles Road,
Right.
on in,
Right.
like next to Captain D,
Yeah,
or maybe
yeah,
it
right
was
there.
Captain D. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it's right there
Yep.
across from Country Lane.
No, it's killer.
Okay,
Great location.
yeah,
You got some more folks showing up.
I know. I see that. I
buzz
see,
is in
and
the
I
air.
see our county clerk walking around.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that he's good and
He's-
comfortable before we
he's
get
busy.
him over here.
He's busy, Kathy. He's got a lot to do.
I know.
He's not going to sit down until he knows some information. I wouldn't either.
Well, and I almost wish I could like turn the camera around. Hi, people. But
You have representatives from Franklin County Fire Department here too.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and we count on them to do
Absolutely.
good work for sure.
No, you couldn't. Listen, that's another thing. I go into a lot of communities, and I wouldn't trade our city and county. We're blessed in this community
Yeah.
to have trained, well-qualified firemen, and
Right.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, well, good. Does anybody else want to come talk?
That's a shameless plug. They've saved me a couple times too. I caught a hog cooker on fire. I could tell stories
my
for
gosh.
days. Yeah, no, these dudes, they got they 6 Justice Lane. They got it under control, man.
Okay.
They've been out there several times. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah,
good to know.
Yeah. No, I mean, public service is important to me. I rely on a lot of FPB, and I put
Yeah.
all of my tax dollars to use.
Yeah. So when did you go vote? Did you vote
Yeah.
today?
No, I did early voting.
I did too.
Yeah, I did the early voting. I think I went on Friday.
I did too.
Yeah.
And there was a line.
Yeah,
where I
there
went.
was. Yeah, I went to Capital City Christian Church on my way to work,
Okay.
and it was great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I went to the other location, Yes Arts, next to City Hall, And yeah, there was a line, which I was
Right.
glad to see. And I went like 11:30, and I figured people were there.
The
maybe
downtown
during
location?
lunch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
During their lunch hour. And so then I ran into people there that I knew, and they
Right.
were like, "You want to go to lunch?" I was like, "Well, yeah." So I was like, extra perks
Yeah.
for voting early, and then you can hang out with some buddies. And,
Right.
And
Now they, you know, and
talk
that
about
was
who you voted for.
And that was another thing that was during the legislative process when they debated this 3 days of early voting. You
Yeah.
know, it was poll workers. You know, that's a
Yeah.
thing. And
Oh, yeah.
security of the machines is
Right,
a thing. And
right.
there was actually a bill passed this past session. I'll let Jeff talk about it, but it was called election security legislation.
Yeah.
And it was sponsored by Robbie Mills from Western Kentucky. He's chairman of Senate Local Government Committee. But regardless, he, you know, it's about cameras on the machines and making
Right.
sure the thefts and stuff, because some of these other states had some problems during the last presidential,
Right.
and you know those were evident no matter what happened. So you know ours, we try to beef it up a little,
Sure.
which requires money. You
Yep.
know that's not cheap. So
Yeah.
anyway, long story short, you know those 3 days were well executed for our community, and I mean they'll just continue to grow in popularity.
Sure.
I think the turnout will increase for those in the fall as people learn about it. You know they really will. I think
Right.
whatever our turnout was for those 3 days, which I heard was 2,400, but I'm gonna let Jeff say that.
Okay, well, we'll get him over here shortly.
Yeah.
But again, it's a good opportunity for people because not everybody's on the same work
Right.
schedule.
Right.
And
Saturdays, I mean, you got no excuse now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
County judge race, you had 1,622 early votes for the county judge.
1,622
So 1,600.
early votes,
votes.
in the
1,600.
county judge race.
Okay.
So 1,600 people got out early and
Yeah.
voted. I was hoping it'd be a little more.
I know, and it will. It'll
Okay.
grow. It'll
Okay.
grow. Give it time.
Okay.
We can't be disappointed. It's first year. This is the first time.
I can be disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. No, we gotta. You know, it takes time. People have to catch
It
on.
does. They have to, you know, just we're phasing it in. People have to
Right.
get used to it and they're getting a little out of their, you know,
Right.
normalcy of this is where we've always voted.
Right.
This is when we've always voted.
Right.
You know, they'll figure it out.
Dude, my grandmother years ago, I remember calling me like 5 o'clock. She's like, "I haven't voted. Can you come get me, and take me to the polls?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Yes, ma'am. I won't miss that." You know,
Yeah.
so I like beeline it out there.
Sure.
But now, I mean, we've changed that.
Yeah.
You know, we can get in there.
That's right.
We can do it.
So, you think we'll ever have online voting?
You know, I think that it'll take one state out there to do some kind of, you know, cell phone. The old adage goes around the annex all the time in the Capitol where you hear people like, "Man, you can vote for American Idol on your phone," or
Yeah.
"You got a password to your bank and I can transfer you $50,000,
Yeah.
but I can't vote." You know,
Right.
just stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's inevitable probably somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
It'll have to be some type of protection and making sure that you're registered. So there'll still be a clerk process and there'll still be a high need for transparency in that.
Yeah, we're
and
not getting rid of Jeff Hancock anytime
ethics.
soon.
No. But it'll take some other states to teeter in that water. The question is, which state's going to do it first?
Yeah, it won't be us.
No,
Okay.
you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Rest assured, you can sleep.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Like I said before, just this day it's so fun every year, and people who get excited about voting, it makes me excited about voting. I mean, and we spend a lot of time, well, especially, you know, I talk to all the candidates, and so, but we spend a lot of time just convincing people to go vote, because some
Right.
people think their vote doesn't count.
Right. This is a big day for you because of all the work you all put into the primary.
It's
I
like
mean,
this
you
is
know,
the culmination.
Right.
But what is your response to people who think their vote doesn't count?
Yeah, you know, I think that you have to dig a little deeper, and I think I would tell people, you know, I wouldn't be so. When I vote, I don't think of myself. I think of people that have provided that freedom for us.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go vote for me. I go vote for my granddad, right?
Yeah.
Who served in the military, both of them, or
Yeah.
you know, something like that. You know, it's because it's a constitutional right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's provided by our United States government. And you know, I would encourage folks to find self-worth.
Right.
You know, dig deep here. It's not a
Well,
shallow time.
And then we also see like fewer people vote in the primaries.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, we see tonight
And-
there's a lot of people who are winning the primary tonight that they're going to get the seat.
Right.
That's going to be there. So it's important to go vote for these
Right.
people.
And you know that's a lot to do with national coverage now.
Yeah.
You know, things have changed. I mean,
Yeah.
50 years ago you didn't have national news, CNN and Fox News and things that drive out numbers or
Yeah.
drive up party bases. You know,
Right.
you had something else. So you know, with the advent and technology
Yeah.
and the way things are moving fast, then you know it changes the landscape.
Yep.
And we're going to catch up to that. You know,
Yeah.
turnouts hopefully will continue to increase. We'll have to reach the next generation of 18-year-olds.
And oh my gosh, yeah.
We got to get them out.
I mean, and again, that's why just talking to the youngsters, because you know when they hit 18, we want them to be prepared and know why it's so important.
Everybody's focused on what matters to them.
Yeah.
So like, if you want an 18-year-old or young folks to pay
Yeah.
attention, the average one,
Yeah.
you know, when it matters to them, you know,
Yeah.
when it's like something that affects their personal
Make it
life,
matter.
yeah, then they pay attention.
Yeah.
Then they're like,
Yeah.
hey, hold up.
Yeah.
Then they realize it clicks. It's a light bulb issue.
Well, another thing, voting habit, I guess you see more people vote during a presidential election.
Oh yeah, turnout's higher.
But I tell you what, I mean, and that's really, really important, obviously. But local elections are so important.
They are. This is where government happens. And
It is so because it's affecting you directly. It's
This
just in
is.
your face. It's like every little vote that is made affects something you do.
I'm honored to go to Washington a couple times a year to work
Yeah.
with our congressional delegation. I work with our state legislative and executive branch
Yeah.
every day. But I can tell you right now, anybody that has served in any of those levels or work with those folks, they'll tell you local government is where you can actually affect change.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example. If you're a federal legislator, if you serve in Congress, you may pass a bill, take a vote, that you got to go home and run on that vote. But I mean, you may appropriate some funds, or you may cut a tax or something.
Yeah.
You're not going to see any direct result.
Right.
When these guys at fiscal court take a vote to pass an ordinance,
Yeah.
they see the results because they drive by it. They go home and see it.
Yeah.
They go to Walmart and they talk to people.
Right.
You actually see the change. And so if you want to serve and you want to make a difference, local government is going to be where it's at.
Right.
It is. The other stuff is just hyperbole, and it just is what it is. You know this.
Right.
I mean,
I
you're
know.
the one that's been on all these
I
campaigns, not me.
I know, and that's why, I mean, it's just so, I want to just sometimes just take people and shake them and go, local politics is so much
It
more
is.
important. I mean,
And people all gravitate to it eventually. It just
Right.
takes some people longer.
It
you know,
does.
it does.
It
But
does.
it's going to happen. I'm optimistic.
I'm glad you're optimistic.
Yeah, I'm optimistic.
Sometimes I lose faith.
We're going to have chances. You know, there's going to be opportunities in the General Assembly. I'm going to say this General Assembly has done a great job with this. I mean, they
Yeah.
provided early voting.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, they provide the funding for it.
It's
They've
great.
done a great job at trying to get out the vote.
Right.
So
Well,
they've done a great job.
I did a piece with our county clerk Jeff Hancock and our Secretary of State Michael
Oh,
Adams.
cool.
We did a
Secretary of State Adams was on there.
Yes.
Oh.
So we
See, I mean,
we talked about
chopped liver over here, Kathy.
I mean, we talked about the changes that have happened, and we
Yeah.
talked about early voting and the importance, and that there's no reason why people can't vote.
Right.
Everyone should have the opportunity to vote, and they feel like we're doing that.
He takes
We're
that very
making-
serious.
Yes.
He does as Secretary of State, and
Yeah.
they have. You know, all Secretary of States. That's one of their obligations.
Yeah.
And so they run the State Board of Elections. They take all that stuff very serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this: when you went to vote, did you notice the changes in the equipment?
Oh yeah. You know, I've seen some of that stuff
Yeah.
around, so
Yeah.
I don't know that I paid that much attention to
See,
it.
I'm one who, always when I went in, I never did the paper ballot. I
Yeah.
always did the little thing with the dial.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
put
yeah.
it- and you
I
just-
always did paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah,
I
it's not
I
your
just
bag.
felt like it was just easier just to dial
Yeah.
it up, push, out,
Yeah.
push. But
I'm
so,
old school, man. Give me a pen and a piece of
guess.
paper, you know, and I want mine in there in the box, you know.
So it's like, yeah, you filled in the box, but then they had the little
Scanner,
thing
scanner.
that you went over there
Yeah.
and you put it in. It didn't matter if it was face up or face down. You put it in, it scanned it, and if it was
You know a lot about election equipment. I'm just saying,
well,
you know.
I did this whole thing with Jeff. We
Oh,
did a
yeah.
whole series about it.
I mean, you know,
So, but that is what is guaranteeing that your ballot was read correctly. Because
Okay.
when you put it in the scanner, if it didn't read correctly, it would stop and
Okay.
say, are you sure? Is this what you voted? You know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it just gave you the little flag and said,
green
"Yay,
light,
you voted."
check
yeah.
box.
But that is just like the little extra. You know that it got read.
Very cool.
And another thing he wanted me to make sure that we talked about is that those machines are not connected to the internet.
Okay, great.
So that's ensuring the security.
Right.
Because his big thing was
No
about
hacking.
the integrity of the election.
And that's a real, you know, there's a lot out there. Folks are concerned about that. And
Yeah.
that, going back to your why
Yeah.
my vote doesn't count kind of a
Yeah.
deal. You know, you hear people say something like, you know, the elections, you know,
Yeah.
they're just worried about their vote, and actually does it move the dial and move
Right,
it forward? And
right.
if they're worried about the integrity, then that's a problem. Yeah.
Right.
The security is real.
Right.
And some of this legislation is going to address some of that. Yeah, it's going to curb
Okay.
some of that.
Okay.
And the advent of technology. There's a couple vendors that provide these election equipment to counties.
Yeah.
And they're getting better. I
Yeah.
mean, it just is.
Yeah.
So they see it in other states too. We don't always have to be. We don't have to lead. We can learn, right?
Yeah. Sure. I'm sitting here. I'm getting thirsty.
Yeah. Well, that's the advantage of my position.
Yeah.
I can get out of here, and you're stuck with all this. But yeah,
Yeah.
you got a good crowd coming in.
Yeah.
Big bunch of folks walking in right now, and I see the county clerk back there. I think he's talking to the producers right now. That's a good sign.
Uh-oh.
You got Scoop back there.
Does that
on
mean
him.
we're
Yeah,
getting
he's
we're gonna get him
he's
over
beating
here?
him down, trying to
Oh,
get
he
some
is, isn't he?
trying to
Okay.
get some info. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, when I was, I will have to say, I have to thank JC. He's been very
Oh, come on.
complimentary.
I mean, we're now
of
deep
us.
in the vamp,
I
I mean,
know. Well, I was gonna say,
I haven't
you
got
know
to my
what
fifth grade
vamping
jokes
is.
yet. I haven't got to those.
But I want to thank him because I asked him to join me last minute. Last night.
Well,
I
it just
texted
shows you
him.
my availability, Kathy. I'm tempted to sit up here, put a suit on, and talk. This is the thing too. Every time Kathy Lindsay texts me, it ends up me wearing a necktie. So maybe we can do. One of these election results, like in the spring, we can
Yeah.
go like Bahama shirts.
Oh, okay.
I mean, give everybody a laid when they walk
I'm-
up here.
I'm totally into that.
I mean, what do you think? Let's make it themed. Margaritaville.
I want to make it fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
They're going to think we're crazy.
I don't know.
It'll be the
I
first
think
and
people
last
will be
time
into
anybody
it.
watched it.
Here comes Doug. Do we have a report? Nope.
No
Okay.
report. Doug
All
has
right.
no news for you.
Well, I tell you what.
Let's talk a little bit about the November election.
Okay.
November the 8th,
Yep.
and there are some constitutional amendments on the ballot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There are two, but Jeff needs to touch on these.
Okay.
One is an abortion, a constitutional amendment.
Okay.
A constitutional amendment. You want to tell everybody what that means? You want me to do that?
You're
Okay.
driving here.
So
I'm just riding.
Well, no. I mean, so the General Assembly, they have the ability to place things on the ballot with a big vote, a supermajority vote, and to put that before the voters of Kentucky to ratify our Constitution.
Yep.
And those are called constitutional amendments.
Right.
So then, if it's passed by the voters.
Yep.
Then it's added to the Constitution. If you'll remember, I think everybody probably saw a campaign of Marcy's Law.
Yes.
That was a constitutional amendment.
Right.
Also, those are interesting processes because also what's voted on is the language
Yeah.
that's actually going to be on the ballot.
Okay.
When you put I hate to say this, but you take myself, a squirrel, when you put a lot of words on there.
I was gonna say.
Dude, it is, you're trying to read it and decipher it, you're there for only a few minutes, you've already
Yeah.
taken off work to go do it.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Sometimes they put things on there, and you're like,
But you have
I
to-
know what
but
I want to say, but
you-
I don't know how it's worded.
You have
how
to
I should
explain
vote.
it. You have to explain
Yes.
it. So one of the constitutional amendments that was passed this year that's going to go on the ballot is an abortion amendment. I'm not going to speak to the specifics of it because I don't
Okay.
really know them.
Okay,
And I don't want
'cause
to do.
it's new.
Yeah, it's new. I don't really
Yeah.
want to do that injustice, I
Yeah,
should say.
yeah.
They're going to have. Don't worry. There will be a campaign.
I'm sure.
On both sides of that
Yeah.
issue that will educate.
So look out for it.
Yeah.
Keep
it's
your
gonna
eyes
come.
open.
So, like, when you go to the ballot, you get to vote on that.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't want to vote for candidates, but maybe that issue drives you out,
Yeah.
go do it.
So.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. I have a question. So what raises it to the level that it has to be a constitutional amendment
Great
rather
question.
than just
A law?
Yeah.
Well, there are certain things that the General Assembly does not have the authority to pass,
Okay.
and those would be considered constitutional. A lot of times courts decide that for us. If they pass a law and they're like, it's unconstitutional, you hear that, right?
Yeah.
It violates a section of the Constitution of Kentucky already, okay? That's the court's opinion of that.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that the General Assembly can't touch.
so they can just change the Constitution?
No, they can't. It's got to be up for the people.
Well, yeah, that's why it has to be an amendment. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So then the Second Amendment is an interesting one to me, but it's the one that allows the General Assembly to call themselves back into session. Right now,
Yeah.
you know this.
I know.
The
Governor's the only one who can do that
Great statement. The
Yeah.
governor's the only person that can call in a special session.
because it costs a lot of money, like $60,000 a day.
It costs some money, and to the General Assembly's credit, it makes them a more co-equal
Yeah.
as they pass laws
Yeah.
to the executive branch. I think that some of this has probably come about because of the COVID pandemic and the maybe disagreement of a lot of people in the way anything should be handled.
Right.
So, that's the reason that's out there.
Yeah.
The other thing it does is, and this is interesting too, but it does not put an end date to the General Assembly's meeting. Right now, during the even number years, it's a 45-day session. They have to sine die adjourn by let's just say March 31st.
Okay.
I have that backwards. That's in the odd year. In the even year, they have a 60-day.
Yep.
So they go a little longer. It goes in the middle of April,
Yep.
which was this year. So long story short, they'll move those days. So maybe they could come in like the month of January, month of February, and then they may take a break and they'll come in like August and finish up any business that they didn't do.
Oh, I see.
So it may extend the 60 days. It extends it out to the year where they could use it in different periods.
I see. Okay.
So
Eh.
it's interesting. Yeah.
But that has to be decided by the people.
Yes, the most
Okay.
important thing about what I just said is that it's the people's right to decide, and if that passes, it goes
Yeah.
to it'll be added to our Constitution. If it doesn't, then it won't.
Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about those things more
I hope you
throughout
do
the
cover
summer.
those in the fall.
Oh, we will. Yeah.
Yeah, those are important.
And again, and kind of doing the full explanation of it, what it means. Maybe we'll bring in Jeff or somebody to
Well,
talk
Secretary
about
of
it.
State would be great.
Yeah,
you
to
know,
talk
or
about.
Jeff. Yeah, either one. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they'd be fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. Or somebody from LRC.
Okay.
LRC directors who you
Yeah.
can get. Jay
All right.
Hartz.
We'll do it. Check. Are y'all taking notes in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while we have a minute, I do want to thank our crew that is here.
man.
David Columbia is, again, he steers this ship, and
Around 10.
he's in the other room, and Harvey Couch is in the other room, and he put together all of our graphics that you see. We've got Ariel Lyles, and she's over here running camera, and she just went and got me water, which was really nice. Thank you. And that she helped get all this set up. Zach Hubbard is also in the back, and he was here all day getting this set up. And then we've got our floor manager, Doug Crow, and
The incomparable.
he's making sure that we can get people over here. He's telling me when we
Doug
have
Crow is
new,
an Annex legend.
he is.
Dude, he is a Annex Capital legend.
Should
yeah.
we just talk about where all he's worked?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all
No,
the stuff that he's
if
covered.
you don't know, if you work around Frankfurt, you don't know Doug Crow. It's your own fault. You know, he's
Keep a job.
he's a Capital legend for sure.
We're glad that he's here
Who
tonight.
set all this stuff up? I mean, I know
This-
everybody can't see it.
This
This
was
is
all
awesome.
of them. This was David and Ariel and Zach and Doug.
The
They
set is phenomenal.
That's why I brought him pizza.
The light, oh. Dude, I'm on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm shotgun on the pizza next
Yeah.
time. I mean, the lighting. I mean, this is a.
I came in
It doesn't
earlier.
look like we're in the county clerk's office. It looks like you're on a
I
set
know.
at the
They did great.
plant board building.
I
or
offered to bring
something.
my palm in, but they didn't want it.
This is nice. I mean, this is first class.
Yeah.
I'm impressed
so-
again.
But it does look good, and
Well, hopefully we'll have some results coming through here.
otherwise, so we just want to talk about anything else?
Well, you know, we can do it.
I see Jeff coming.
Yeah, he's. Oh, okay.
3 of 10 locations in.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, hey. Okay.
So we'll have some stuff in about 15 minutes. So what do you want to talk
Okay.
about till then?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Vince, turkey hunting. Yeah, I got plenty of stories. I don't know how many are appropriate for this. Pretty certain most of them aren't. It's just part of the deal.
Yeah. Maybe do we want to get? Oh, she's leaving. I can get Katricia over here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna
Okay.
take a break here in a minute.
Okay.
So, but we just. Oh, I see more coming in.
More people.
This-
Yeah.
no more the
More
voting.
results.
Yeah.
Oh, the totals
It
going
was
up.
like a briefcasey thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
the briefcase is
exciting.
here. Oh, I see them now. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Those are ballot boxes.
Yeah, they are.
That's a big deal.
Again, we appreciate you tuning in to get results from our 2022
Right.
primary elections. The main races that we're looking at tonight that had opponents are our county judge executive. These are for our local races. Our magistrates, jailer, and we had one constable race. And then we're also looking at U.S. Senator and State Representative 56th District, I believe.
yes.
Are those
56th, 57th,
those-
and state senator in the 20th, the newly created.
states, yeah. Up in
Newly
northern
created
Kentucky.
20th.
Okay, 2 out of 12.
Okay.
All right, we are going to take a little break. Just 2-minute break, just to kind of reset here. We're going to keep these results on the screen so you can keep checking them out. Don't go anywhere. and we'll be right back.
crowd's growing.
It is.
You get a lot of people down here.
Closer.
Right, yeah, you get a lot of people down here.
I do want to welcome everyone. If you're just joining us, we are here. I'm Kathy Lindsay. This is JC Young, and we're here to give you the live election results from our 2022 primary here in Franklin County.
It's a big night.
Are you excited?
May 17th, primary 2022.
That's right. We have some big races here.
Yeah, no, there's a lot.
County Judge Executive, Jailer, several of our magistrates, Constable.
Constable
We got
races.
State Senator,
2 state house races.
2 state house races, a U.S. Senator. We're just getting it all done tonight.
Right, it's a lot.
It is a lot. So previously, we had been reading results from early voting and absentee ballots. And now, here recently, we're sending the votes from our
Other
polling,
precincts?
our polling,
Oh,
no, our
polling
polling
places.
places.
I'm sorry, Doug.
Because our polling places
places.
have multiple precincts where people were voting.
Been doing this for a long time, Doug.
So
It's
that
hard to,
means when we're getting these votes from these polling places, it's a lot because it's multiple precincts
Right.
who have been voting there. So
Right.
that's why it's taking a little longer.
Right.
Which we're
They're going to
learning.
flood in, though. They're going to
Yeah.
roll here just a few minutes.
But JC and I are here all night. We can just talk.
Right. There's 7 out of 12.
7 out of 12. Okay, here we go. County Judge Executive. 3 polling places plus absentee plus early voting. So we had Mike Mueller leading in the county judge race. Sherry Sebastian. That hasn't changed any. The Sherry Sebastian.
Well, maybe that wasn't one of her polling places that came in.
Oh, whoa, yeah, okay. Look, you got it. Kelly Dicus, it has the lead in the 3rd magisterial district. Richard Tanner still holding a lead in the 5th magisterial
Magisterial.
district. That's 7 out of 12 polling places reporting. Eric Wisman, Ted Collins, Lambert Moore. Look how close those are
Yeah.
in that district with 7 out of 12 reporting.
And 2 of the 7 are the early voting polling places.
Yep. Jake Banta, a slight lead over Tracy Hopper. And that's with 7 out of 12.
Constable
and then
races.
Constable race, Jeffrey Sizemore, a very small lead over Matt Green. That is 9 votes.
Yes,
You know, when we were talking about every vote counts,
every vote counts.
every vote
Always
counts,
does.
especially in local races.
They sure do.
So
And this may matter in that house race. You know,
Yeah.
that 56th has Woodford County and Franklin in it.
That's right.
A few precincts in Franklin.
Yep.
Here's the new 20th State Senate District. This is newly created by the General Assembly.
And these are just the
Republican primary.
Franklin County votes. So
Franklin
that's why
County, well
Kalen
said.
Studler
Right.
has the lead here in Franklin County
Good.
because he's from here.
Good to mention
Yeah.
that the other counties matter in that
Yes.
district, in
Yes.
that whole Senate district, the new district.
Charles Booker holding a solid lead over the rest of the field there, Democrats and U.S.
A lot
Senator.
of people in those races.
Same with Rand Paul. We assume that as the incumbent that he's just going to just come out with this one. So, again, we'll try to get them on
Yeah.
around 10 or come
Yeah,
to meet
yeah.
the candidates.
Oh, they'd love to.
I bet. Got to know the right people to call there, JC.
Give them Kathy Lindsay, Power Hour. I need to see you, buddy.
All right, so we're looking at 7 out of 12. Michael Mueller with 2597 votes and Houston Wells with 2193 votes.
Right?
So that's still within reach. Sherry Sebastian, that hasn't changed. It's 250.
That moved up a little.
Did it?
Yep.
I thought it was 255 and
Was
201.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been
Eh.
staring at numbers for a while.
Kelly Dicus over Bo Sutherland. They were both great.
They were great. And, you know, they were so classy and respectful.
They had I loved interviewing each of them one-on-one. They had a great forum.
Their forum was fantastic.
And as 2 newcomers,
Very
it's just
complimentary
good.
of
It's-
each other.
Yeah, it's very good.
And,
the respect.
it gave
and-
you a lot of hope. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was cool.
It did.
I thought they did a great job as
It
well.
did.
Yeah.
So-
You got a big crowd in here. You going to interview some of these folks in a little while?
I am. When we, I think, here's the thing. They don't like to come be interviewed until they know for sure that they won.
Well, I wouldn't either. Yeah, I mean, you can't blame that on anybody, right?
So
No,
that's
you
why we
can't,
had Teresa Barton up here
yeah,
because
that's
she didn't
right.
have an opponent.
That's right. That's right.
I thought while Katricia was here, we might just go on and get her up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is running for city commission, and they did not have a primary.
Right.
But I don't see her
There's
anymore.
only 6 candidates in that.
Correct.
So
And
9 candidates
we,
would
yeah,
have
we
forced a
talked
primary.
to her already. Yeah,
Yep.
we did.
9
Yeah.
forced a primary.
No.
It's important to mention this Senate district. The new district also has Carroll, Gallatin, Owen, some of Boone counties in it, and maybe some more district in there that I'm not thinking of. All of Franklin. That's a new state Senate district. That'll be a 4-year term.
Yep.
For someone.
That's exciting for them, right?
Yeah. Well, this is a new district. They'll get to put their stamp on the General Assembly. That new seat will, and they'll
Yeah.
represent the capital.
So, do we need to talk about that process? How that comes about? How that's
Yeah,
determined?
legislative redistricting. Every 10 years, there's the census.
Okay.
This past year, the COVID took it out.
Okay.
U.S. Census Bureau. Everybody's
Yep.
heard of that.
Right.
They do the data.
Yep.
That's if you do like the thing online where you go back and look at your family.
Yeah.
What do you call that? The services that they have that.
Yeah.
You pull those census cards. That's how they know. How many
okay.
people you
I see.
trace your ancestors and stuff. Well, anyway, so those census that's important.
Ancestry.com.
Yeah, something
23andMe.
like that. Yeah. So they have a, so the legislative redistricting is an interesting process. It's very extremely political.
Yep.
It's drawn by both the House and the Senate. Of course, they draw the congressional maps.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that happens in census data collection is that information is presented to the president. There's a date in federal law when that's presented, and then from there it trickles down to the states, and then they reapportion as appropriate. Some states lose members of Congress, some gain. Thankfully, we've been able to hold
Yeah.
population, hold the members that we have.
Yeah.
Losing would not be good.
Yeah. Oh, we got somebody here.
The Western Hills polling place
Yes.
has all the precincts.
Oh, so we declaring the
Okay.
winner? Oh, we have a winner with us.
Okay.
We have with us Richard Tanner, and I guess we're declaring him the winner of is it the 5th district?
5th district.
5th district.
Yes.
And that is the district where Marty Booth currently holds a seat, and she's retiring. And so Richard Tanner ran, and he has won. Are you excited?
I am excited, and the first thing I want to say is that I commend Hank Swaggart, excellent person.
Yes.
Ran a straight-up campaign.
He did.
We did not have one bad word to say against each other, and he said, well, I told him when he left, I said, well, if you'd have looked in my closet long enough, you might have found some skeletons. He said, well, you'd have had to looked in mine then. And so I want to tell you, he was an honorable candidate.
He was. I enjoyed talking to him. I enjoyed the forum that we did for you guys.
And I appreciate the people of this county, the 5th district, at least trusting me to be their magistrate for the next 4 years, starting in January. And I promise I'll do the best job for everybody that I can. I have no axe to grind against anybody. That doesn't exist in my vocabulary. I'll represent everybody the same.
I love that. Are there some people here you'd like to thank?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
My wife and my daughter's here. They back there. One of them's
Yeah.
name's Nancy, and the other name's Rebecca. And
Hi.
I get them mixed up occasionally. But anyway, I had as I campaigned, people would say, "Well, I know your daughter. I worked with her in school." So I mean, she got as many votes probably as I did, and it was a good campaign.
Okay. He's talked about him.
And if there's any, the fire department, the Franklin County Firemen are here. Thanks to them, they were. There's many people that I could keep on mentioning, and I don't want to call a lot of names because I could miss some, and
Right.
I don't want to do that. But
Right.
everybody, I appreciate that. The people who in this town who encouraged me to run, I appreciate their support, and I had a lot of support.
Oh, well, obviously, because you've come out the winner, and you will not have an opponent in the fall. So that means the seat is yours come January, right?
Well, that's right. I'm going to go on a vacation. I ain't coming back to January.
There
How's
you
that?
go.
So other than that,
yeah.
other than that, but I will do the best I can. Just I know every decision
Yeah.
that magistrates make is not liked by everybody.
Yeah.
If it's red and people want green and you pick red, everybody wanting green's mad. But I will do the best I can, and I know I'll make some decisions that won't align with everybody all the
Yeah.
time.
What are you looking forward to the most serving?
I'm looking forward to trying to move this this county in the direction of it being the capital county of the state of Kentucky. It's important that it achieve its full of potential. I'm not trying to say it's not a great county, because it is a great county. I think sometimes that we need to move it in the same direction, just faster.
Okay. Well, I hope you do get some rest. We'll give you just a little bit of time to take some rest, but come January, we're going to need you full force.
Well, I'll be there on the first Monday in January. I'll be sitting in the seat, I hope, but I'll be there apparently.
Okay.
And so
Well,
thank you.
is there anything you want to say to Marty? Is she retired?
Oh,
she served
just
a long time.
Just a minute. When you're talking about thanking people, Marty came to me and asked me. She said, "I will support you and endorse you if you will run, because I don't want to run anymore. I've run out," basically what she says.
Yeah.
And she encouraged me and said that she thought that I would do a good job if I could get elected, and she would endorse me. And I want to thank Marty. She's put up signs for me. She's called people. She's introduced me to people that I did not know, many people I don't know. But this time next year, maybe I'll know a lot more.
Well, sure you will. I guarantee that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's right. And I thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Richard, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to your service.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we want to.
Should I say anything about JC?
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to being working with JC, because I worked his job before he got it. He's done a great job, much better than I did with it. He's fantastic. And now I'm just going to be in the back seat of the car riding. That's it.
There you go. Well, we're so glad that we do have JC here with us, because obviously in our chit chats, he's very knowledgeable about things going on here, and especially with our legislature and with our the way our local elections run and our magistrates.
I got it
Because
covered, Cat.
you
Bourbon
do.
Balls, Rebecca Ruth,
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace, what I mean, margaritas.
I tell
I
ya.
got it, man. I've got the whole gamut.
That's right.
Elections,
That's right. Got it covered.
I have some news to
Oh,
report.
oh, good.
Mr. Schweikert was very generous leaving while I was off
Yeah,
camera. I got
yeah.
to shake his hand.
Oh,
and
good.
He was very, and he congratulated Richard. I saw him do it, and they were.
Good.
He's a very, very generous person.
He is so generous, and again, I love the time that we spent with him.
Yep.
He is someone who was ready and willing.
I know
to
he's
serve.
not watching this, but all of the supporters and family
Yeah.
of Mr. Schweikert,
If
please.
you see him out in town this week,
Thank him for
be
seeking
sure
the
to thank him,
office.
because he was great.
I agree.
Great candidate.
And, he was so courteous
Yeah.
to Richard in that moment, and
Yeah.
that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of it.
Yep.
Mr. Tanner will do a fantastic job. He's got
He
a
will.
wealth of experience. He's forgotten more about local government than most of us will ever know. So the dude's he's a gamer. Yeah.
Okay,
He's
good.
gonna be good.
Good.
Yeah. Congratulations to him and his family. His wife, beautiful wife Nancy's here, and daughter Rebecca. And
Yep.
Congratulations to all those folks.
I've had the opportunity to meet all of them
Oh, yeah.
throughout the
Community.
the last couple of months here,
Well,
seeing
that-
them out and about.
And that's what's cool about these races, is I remind myself, we all have personal relationships with these folks.
We
This
do.
isn't like, we're not from out of town. I
Right.
mean, these are our, when this show's over, we still live here, Kathy.
We
you
do.
know.
I'm going to run into one of these people at the bank.
Walmart.
Or at Walmart.
100%.
Or whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
Or maybe up at Casa. I don't
so-
know.
Well, I'm getting all my texts from my buddies telling me my hair part's messed up and my tie's crooked. I mean, they're firing on me.
Yeah.
You're probably past that, but I'm not, Yeah, no, they're
Well,
I'm
I had to
getting-
fire our hair and makeup
I can't
person.
even read them all. I mean, I was crying over there laughing at them all, so I can't take it serious, thankfully.
Well, I tell you what. Do we know? I'm going to take just a second and ask Doug where we are on the other polling.
Momentarily, we will have 11 out of 12.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had all of the
Momentarily.
Western Hills.
Yes, that was the Western Hills polling place, which had all the precincts
Those
for that match.
precincts. I got you. Okay.
Okay.
We're figuring all this stuff out.
11 out of 12 is a bunch. That'll be
is.
about all of it.
I know. Okay.
Oh, in the building.
Okay. The 12
Yeah.
one hasn't come in yet.
Well, they'll just pop up there, man. They'll just roll on screen and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I just saw Jeff. I was like, he's
Yeah.
coming over here.
Oh, the county clerk's here. Yeah, no, we all need to pay attention. Yeah,
All right.
This is his day for sure.
It is, and let's talk about what a great job he
Yeah.
and his office has
Oh.
done in running this election.
It-
I mean, first of all, they had to do it during COVID and all of the different stuff that they had to do, and to make sure that everybody had the opportunity to vote safely. and they did a phenomenal job.
I'll
So-
be the first to say that that COVID, there were a lot of things that have changed
Yeah.
because of that are around, and there are a lot of things that are gone.
Yeah.
But the services of the county that they delivered, from the clerk
Yep.
to the sanitation
Yep.
to the police and fire, sheriff's office, to our Franklin County Fire Department, to just everybody. The jail. It was tough. COVID was tough,
Yep.
and they crushed it. I mean, it was winners around,
Yeah.
and I don't think anybody wants to do it again
No.
anytime soon.
No.
And you saw, let me tell you what, other counties saw a lot of returements. Those office holders didn't want to do
yeah,
it, man.
yeah.
And I don't blame them if they serve 30
either.
years and they're like, man, this is tough. So,
out.
right. I can't brag on our clerk's office enough. Talking about the election, the integrity, everybody trusts it. Jeff, he's on. I see him at the annex at the Capitol a lot. They rely on him to testify on legislation and to provide his expertise. A lot of it because he's in the Capitol.
Yep.
He's in the Capital County, and he's accessible. But he's had an open door. He's been transparent with the General Assembly. He's been good to work with for them, and he does a fantastic job at help crafting some of these laws that we have, moving things forward. He lets them know what's real and what's not.
Yeah. Well, and that's important because he's right in the thick of it.
It is.
And
We've been blessed to have good county clerks in this community.
Yep.
I mean, we have.
well, I tell you, it's not just the county clerk; it's the whole office.
It's the whole staff.
It's the whole staff, and we also have. I want to point out Mitzi Jeviden.
Deputy clerk,
Chief
deputy.
She's been great. We worked with her quite a bit,
Right.
and I was telling you about the piece that we did, the series that we
Right.
did with Jeff about the
Yeah.
integrity of the election.
I've been-
Mitzi was right there in it to make sure that we
She's-
got all the information we needed.
She's a gamer. I mean, she knows what she's doing. She's been around a long time, and she's very familiar, very versed in local government.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. Yep.
And one thing that I noticed when I went to the polls, we talked about how traditionally it's our seniors who work the polls.
Right.
I saw teens.
Did you see
working
young
the
people?
polls. I did.
Man,
And
drive it
was
out.
great.
That helps.
And it was great, and that's something that we need to do
That's a
to
big
make
deal.
sure that they're civic duty,
Right.
But they're giving back. It's public
Right.
service. We're helping.
Right.
This is part of our
Right.
democratic process,
Right.
and
Right.
we want to make sure
Right.
that it continues on.
That's right. That's right. and that he's always looking for volunteers. The clerk's office is always
Right.
looking for folks. So
Yeah.
the election November 8th, if you want to give back and you want to give a day, it'd be a good day to do it.
That is-
It'd be a fantastic day to see what it's like.
Volunteer, work the
Yeah.
polls.
Well, there's
It's
3
important.
days of early voting in the fall as well.
Oh, that's right.
So I mean, we're going to need plenty of poll workers. We're going to need plenty of folks.
We
yeah.
are.
Right. There's a small stipend that's provided
Oh,
for
there
that.
is.
Yeah, small.
Oh, that's
it's not
good.
a lot of
Oh, we
money.
got more votes.
Oh.
11 out of 12. This is.
Okay.
Oh, we have some very close races.
Thank
too.
you, Doug.
So we're looking at the tail end of the
11 out
U.S.
of
senator that
12.
we assume that
It'll-
Rand Paul's going to run away
Yeah,
with.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right,
Franklin
County Judge Executive. We've got Mike Mueller at 50%.
11 out of 12.
Houston Wells at 41%. That's about a little less than 700 votes. Sherry Sebastian at 50%. With Katie Hedden 43%, and that's a little over 100 votes
Right.
difference.
Okay.
I'll let you take the next
It'll
one.
go 3rd district. Yeah, this is an open seat. Kelly Dykes and James Sutherland. You see 55% to 45%. That one hadn't updated as much. Maybe that's the next polling place coming in.
Okay.
Richard Tanner,
Richard Tanner. We just had Richard here.
Those
and
precincts are complete.
That
Those
is
polling
complete.
places are complete. I'm
for
sorry.
that district. So we've already declared Richard the winner, and,
Right.
and we talked to him.
Right,
Sixth
right.
Magistrate District. We have Eric Wisman at 38%, Ted Collins at 32%, and the incumbent Lambert Moore at 30%.
You have a guest.
Oh,
That's,
we have a
that's ready
guest.
to make some remarks. Judge,
Okay.
our own county judge, Houston Wells.
Okay, yeah.
Is that what you want to go now? You want to wait? You want to wait? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time. Here's a constable
that
race,
was a
3rd
teaser.
district magistrate. I just saw him walk in, and so I may have jumped the gun. That's my fault.
That's okay.
56 state rep, 54%, 46%. There's other precincts there. That's also got Woodford County
Yeah.
in there with it. So it's the east side of Frankfort precincts.
Gotcha.
Over there that tally. New state senate district. That's a new district in Kentucky. It's got Carroll, Gallatin, Owen, Franklin, and some of Boone in it. Maybe another county. I'm going to look that up when I get off camera. I'm going to say it right from here on out.
We just know Franklin County is in that.
That's
somehow,
Republican primary,
somehow, some
right?
way.
Right, right. That's right.
And then
There's our U.S.
we're back
Senator
to
race.
US
Yeah, okay.
Senator.
Well, that's a big number of votes coming
I think we're
through.
declaring Charles Booker the winner.
Franklin, yeah,
Franklin,
yeah, I think you can call that one. You heard it here first, folks.
I know.
Kathy
breaking,
Lindsay
breaking news.
calling it here. You want to call that one?
I'll call this one Rand Paul
Call that one too.
is going to be the winner in Franklin
You
County.
got that, man.
For the U.S. Senate.
That's going to be a
Republican
clip.
race.
They're going to just
There
pull
you
that
go.
out.
Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news. Rand
We
Paul
got Scoop,
takes
we got Scoop
US
Lindsay
Senate.
over here on the beat.
And then I think we're going to, it'll
It'll cycle back.
fall
Okay,
back
there you
around.
go. Okay.
All right.
Well, good.
So there are the results so
So
far.
11
I
out of
think
12 polling places. So one more polling
We have
place, and it'll have some
one-
precinct. Who knows how many precincts it has?
One more polling
We don't know
place.
that. Yeah, it'll have multiple precincts at the polling
Yes.
place. So when it comes in,
We don't know which one
it just
is.
comes in. You know, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It could decide several. It could decide anything. That any of these races could be decided by that polling place, except for Richards.
Isn't that
Except for
crazy?
the fifth.
Yeah, because we've already gotten all his
Fifth.
votes in. Fifth.
Fifth.
Yeah.
No, fifth.
Yeah, he's in the fifth.
Okay, I didn't have any.
Don't
notes.
second guess yourself,
Okay.
JC.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
oh, we got more.
We just
is
had
this-
some
I think
kind
this
of
is
an
the last one
announcement
coming
there.
in.
Doug, what was that coming out of the back of the room?
The last polling place is in the building.
The last polling place
Okay.
results are in the building, but it'll
They're
be a
not.
minute before
They're
we
not
get.
on camera yet. Yeah, they're
before-
not on. Not
They're
in
not
the
on the
system.
system
They're in
yet.
the. They're in the cloud. Right. Yeah.
This is-
No cloud. No cloud. There's no cloud. There's no cloud. I'm decreasing the turnout. Yeah. Well, I told you guys it was just a matter of time. We'll see who's on next time. So.
Okay. You know what? I see Katricia Waldridge, and I'm going to make her come over here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can you come here? No, get over here. We've got time. You're going to be on the ballot. In the room today, we have City Commissioner Katricia Waldridge, and she is running for re-election, but they did not have a primary for the City Commission.
Thank God.
So she will be on the ballot in the fall for City Commission. So have you been campaigning at all yet?
I think my campaign is my service of what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm moving projects forward. I'm
Okay.
continuing to work. Since we don't have a primary, that gives us another 6 to 8 months to be able to concentrate on what our job is and not turning right back around and running for re-election. So that's what I've been doing, working hard for Frankfort and doing the job that I need to do and moving forward. So
Okay, well now, after tonight, the primary's over, and so it's
Yes.
on.
yes, it is.
You and there are 6 candidates in the race for 4 spots.
That's it.
So when you wake up in the morning, what do you got to do?
Go to work.
Yeah.
No,
When you start
know,
thinking about election, and
Yes.
do you kind of slow roll it in over the summer, or you just come out guns a-blazing, or how's that work?
I'm not so much guns a-blazing because, what we do is people like to have fundraisers and raise money and things of that nature. And I've
Yeah.
always taken pride in myself that I don't raise a whole lot of money
Yeah.
because for me, I don't think a race should be about raising $100,000 or $10,000. I think a race is getting to know your community and doing the work for your community.
Yeah.
And so in between now and the summer, I will continue to push projects forward,
Yeah.
continuing to help the community and everything I go. And I'll probably hit the ground running campaign toward the end of the summer like
Yeah.
most of us will. I
Right.
think a lot of people are tired of seeing signs and everything else and people knocking
Oh,
on
yeah.
doors and asking for money. So let's give them a
Just
break.
give it a little break. Let everybody take a breath. Everybody take a breath.
Yes.
So when there's a group like that running, and there's 6 of you running, and only 4 of you are going to get it, do you work with other? Is there like some kind of strategy to get, like a block of you back in? Do all the incumbents want to be back in, or how does that work?
Well, I think all of our incumbents do want back in, as everyone
Well,
did sign up
obviously,
to run.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I can say that. And now that we have Commissioner Ann Rosen on now,
Oh, yeah,
so
that's right.
she's sort of in that seat.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I run a race for myself. Though I do try to communicate with the other candidates to see what their goals and objectives are, because we do
Right.
have to work together.
Yeah.
We all run on different platforms. We
Right.
run. We see that certain things are more important than the other to different candidates, but we have to come together as a board and work together.
Right.
And so for me, it's just about running my campaign and being knowledgeable of the other people that are running, to be able to have that relationship, to be able to work with them. So
Okay.
you got to be open-minded, because though they say what their platform is, we may say what our platform platform is, we may say what we want to do for the city.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you get in, things change.
Yeah.
So you've got to be open-minded to say, hey,
So
I'm
is that
willing to
what's
work
happened?
with everyone.
Give us the inside scoop, Katricia. Come on.
You know me, I'm very transparent.
I
but-
know. That's why I'm asking.
You asked these questions for me for that reason.
I was like, I see Katricia.
You know, I think for the most part, I'd have to say it's been a very respectful overall commission, and I've enjoyed working with everyone. We've bumped heads. You know, I'm the one that bumps heads a lot, and I do a lot of digging because I've had 2 more years than everyone else. But for the most part, I've really enjoyed working with Commissioner Unger, Commissioner May, and Mayor Wilkerson, and we're not always going to agree, but I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to working with Miss Anne Marie Rosen, bringing a different side to things to our board now.
let me ask you this. You mentioned that, you're one who bumps heads.
Yes.
So what kind of response do you get from constituents about that kind of stuff? Is that something they appreciate or
I think overall, I'd have to say about 95, 98% of people, it's not that I bump heads to be negative or to go toward people. It's about getting the right things done and saying the right things. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you right from wrong. And I think a lot of people appreciate that because a lot of times people have their own agenda that benefits them, whether it's personally or, hey, I owe you a job or I want this.
Right.
That's not me. I want who's best for the position, whatever position that is, and I want what's best for Frankfort. And so for me, that's just how I look at it. I mean, I try not to bump heads for a negative reason, but you're not going to get a 5 vote out of me if I do not believe it deserves a 5 vote.
Right.
There's going to be a reason if we don't have a 5 vote and Katricia is that 1 vote, there is a good reason on why I did not vote yes with the other commissioners or mayor. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you letting me hijack you from the crowd.
Yeah, no
because
worries.
I figure anybody who's in here is fair game.
Well, that's true. I was coming in. We only have, one more precinct, I think, that is waiting, and
That's
I'm
right.
super excited and ready to see who's going to be, moving on in general elections and things of that nature. And
Right.
so I'm super excited and being able to get my race on the way, but I'm excited to continue working over the next 6 to 8 months really hard for Frankfort. We've got a lot of things coming up with the pool and parks.
That's right.
And I just really want to work with the county really close and continue to use this time to focus on Frankfort and not so much campaigning, but allowing our work and our services and what we're doing for the community to get us reelected.
Okay.
So.
Well, I, again, appreciate your time. Thank you so
you.
much for coming. I'll let you go, even though JC's not back here.
Oh,
But-
okay.
'cause
Yeah,
I'll-
you
I'll
took
just-
off
I'll
running.
just take it myself.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for
I'll let
asking
you
me to come
get-
up.
get
and,
back to
and
your-
good luck to everyone that's running and hope that Frankfort will be moving in the right direction and Franklin County will as well. So
All right.
thank you.
Thank you so much. I
you.
appreciate it. All right. So that was Katricia Waldridge. She is currently serving her 2nd term in City Commission, and she's running for re-election. So we'll see her name on the ballot on November 8th. So I think JC's coming back. Here he is. Hello.
We got some results in,
Oh, we
and
do.
I think they're going to pop up the 12th out of 12th precinct there in
Oh.
just a few minutes.
Okay.
And I think that 12 out of 12 precinct is going to show. You want to use your glasses and you report this?
No, you go ahead.
Dude, your scoop. Come on, man.
Please.
Come on, this is your show.
Okay, everybody. Here we go.
We have
So are these unofficial results?
these are official.
These are official.
Yeah.
So we are starting
We're gonna
with
start with that
the county judge executive. We have looks like this would be the winner of the race. The winner of the race is Mike Muller, and he comes in with 50% of the vote. For jailer, the winner is. Or did you want me to do anything else?
Let's just stay on the county judge's
Oh,
race.
oh, okay.
Judge Wells is here.
Oh, hi.
We want to give him some time.
All right. So our current county judge, Houston Wells, he came in with 40% of the vote, and we are happy to have him here with us tonight because he will continue to serve for the rest of the year. And here he comes. I'm waiting. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And again, I appreciate your service, and you're still going to be our county judge for the rest of the year. So what does that mean?
Well, that means there's still a lot of things to get done, but let's take first thing first, and
Okay.
let me say congratulations to Michael Muller
Okay.
and his team, and he's ran an excellent race, and I know that he's very excited. I've been on both ends,
Right.
and I would prefer to be on the other end where
course,
he
who
is,
wouldn't?
but I want to say congratulations to him and all of his crew that worked, and they worked very hard, and they did a good job, and
Yeah.
and the people have spoken. And also, I want to say thank you to the people of Franklin County for allowing me to serve all these years.
Sure.
And, I love Franklin County. I love everybody, and I love the staff at Franklin County Fiscal Court, and all of the employees at Franklin County Fiscal Court. I love you, and thank you. The employees that work for our fiscal court work tremendously under a lot of pressure and really haven't been paid what they should have been paid. And we've been working on that, and so I'm proud that that's getting better. But I couldn't work with a better group of people than I have with the Franklin County Fiscal Court. So
Yeah.
thank you, people. I love you. I'm so proud to have been working with you, and most importantly, I've been blessed to be able to serve through the positions that I've served in and serve the people of Franklin County.
Well, let's talk about what all
Okay.
positions those were. Let's go over it.
Okay. Now, according to the records that I hear,
Yes.
I am the only person in the state of Kentucky, according to the records I hear, so I'm prefacing that,
Yeah.
that has served as a city commissioner,
Uh-huh.
that has served as a mayor, that has served as a magistrate, and that has served as a county judge. So that is a blessing, and I thank you, Franklin
Yeah.
County. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Well, we
I've
thank
given
you
you
for
everything
all
that
of
I've
that service.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
lot.
right.
Aren't you tired?
Well, running a race is very tiring. And let's say this, too, about running a race. Even though I didn't come out on the winning end, there's a lot of people that, as you know, tonight we have winners and losers.
Right.
There's really no losers.
There are no losers because
If you
it
signed
takes a
up to
lot.
run for
Yeah.
a race,
You're
you're
a
a
winner,
winner.
for
You are
sure.
absolutely a winner.
Yeah.
And I congratulate you.
Yeah.
I congratulate all of those that came out on top, but
Yeah.
I also congratulate those that really fought hard and ran a race.
Yeah.
You are a winner for doing that.
Absolutely, and I don't know how some people do it.
It is difficult. I've got to give kudos to my wife, Paula. She has been there every step of the way. She's walked all over Franklin County. She's done everything she could for me for this campaign, and God bless Paula.
Well, we
her hard
appreciate
work.
both of you. We know, what a lot of work it takes. So again, we appreciate you, and obviously she's very touched, and she knows how hard you've worked as well, and we all do. And we do. Again, I'll say it again. We just appreciate your service.
Well, thank
And,
you. Thank you very
so
much.
What are we looking at in January?
I hope to be going to Australia. It's been a bucket list.
You
I
might
think
need to
for me.
take that lady of yours somewhere.
She's going with me.
Okay.
All right, we'll work
She
on that.
deserves it.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. God bless
Thank
Franklin
you,
County. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Thank you.
Well, and you're not done yet.
congratulations.
You're here till
We're
the
here
end of
for
the
6
year.
months, and congratulations, Michael Muller.
Okay, thank you so much. And we'll be seeing you around town, I'm sure.
I hope so.
All right. Oh, yeah. All right. It was so good to have him here. It's a lot of grace for somebody who has been our county judge for so many years, and just didn't come out on top tonight. And just glad to hear what he had to say. Want to thank him and his wife and the staff there for all the good work that they've been doing. And we look forward to 6 more months of that, or more, 7 months. So we have with us now the man of the hour, our county clerk, Jeff Hancock. So congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I mean, are we done? Is it over?
The numbers are all in. I'm not sure we're done quite yet, but the numbers are all in at this point.
Okay, so let's talk about, first of all, early voting. How'd that go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
We needed a bigger turnout at early voting
Yeah.
to make a really completely smooth day to day.
Right.
The more early voting catches on and the longer it goes,
Yeah.
I think we'll have better results every year.
Right.
So I think people will learn that early voting is not something that can be done, something that should be done.
Right.
Yeah.
And as far as the early voting goes, did it go smoothly? I mean, in the days that you were open, did you learn some things about how to do it better next time?
We did. We found out that we could print ballots at every location.
Okay.
And we found out that we could print them in an efficient manner.
Yeah.
We could get them out in front of the voter as quick as the voter could come in. So we'll be able to, during the general, we'll be able to let any voter that wants to vote at any location vote at any location.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So then that way it just doesn't matter. You just go. You've got a place, you can go.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll be able to go. We'll have more locations open during the general, but we'll have as many, if not more, locations. And just wherever you want to go, you'll be able to go vote.
So turnout, what are we looking at?
Around 40%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
37%.
37%.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, is that average for, or is that low for primary?
I would expect that we did pretty well statewide.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I would suspect that Franklin County. I don't have any of those numbers in yet.
Yep.
But I would expect that Franklin County did pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so are there anything that we need to know that came out of this that we need to look for in the fall, as far as things that are going to be different, or?
We learned a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't had a normal election cycle since 2019.
That's right. That's right.
2019 is the last time we had all 44 precincts open, and we are learning and evolving every minute. The early voting's working.
Yep.
The mail-in ballots are working. We still got some tuning to do on election day. We had a great election day. We saw lines for the first time in Franklin County. A lot of Franklin County voters aren't used to lines.
Right. I had lines on my early voting day.
Yeah, that's
I loved
great.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're learning.
Yeah.
But we're learning while also being able to accommodate the voter.
Right.
This is the toughest election cycle we do, Kathy.
Yeah.
This is the local elected official cycle.
I know.
I mean, everybody is a friend. They're a neighbor.
Right.
They're I had friends on every side of every race.
Yeah.
Whether it be the jailer's race, the judge's race,
Yeah.
the magistrate's race.
Yeah.
They're your friends, they're your neighbors, and it's just a really tough cycle for us to do. It's tough for us just to get out there and make sure we're putting it all out in front of everybody and letting the voter make the right decisions.
That's right. And something that JC and I were talking about earlier is about how important the local elections are.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because it's so, it affects us directly.
In the ideal
the things
world,
that are happening here.
In the ideal world, it would turn a complete flip-flop.
Yeah.
40% for the presidential and
Yeah.
80%
Yeah.
for the local elected officials.
Yeah.
They're the people that spend your money.
Yeah.
JC said you're
Absolutely.
going to drive by it.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the results of what they're doing out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So it means something to each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Judge Wells has done an amazing job.
He has.
I think Michael Mueller will do an amazing job.
Yeah.
I look forward to working with all of them. It's tough when they're all your friends and
Right.
you're personally involved with them. So
Right.
it makes for a tough local.
It sure does. I mean, I have the same thing too, because I've talked to all of them. I know all of them, and then when somebody has to not win, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
but they would have been great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you didn't do this. You didn't pull this off by yourself.
No. No, and I wish Megan was down here. Megan is right now hiding, probably from exhaustion.
Yes.
Mitzi DeJevitin has picked up.
Yeah.
She to come in and be chief deputy
Yeah, she hadn't been
over an
here long.
office that does
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Wow, she's done an
Yeah.
amazing job. My daughter Polly Hancock's sitting over there right now.
I thought I saw
Yeah,
her here.
yeah, that's,
Okay.
That's our new U of L. That's our new U of L student.
Is that
she
right?
starts in the fall at U of L.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. Is she
Yeah.
already in college? Coming college?
Starting college in the
okay.
fall,
Oh,
yeah.
look here. Oh, they're coming over. Oh, good.
Well,
Get
she
over
shows
here.
me up if she gets on TV with me.
Come on in here.
My daughter Polly.
Nice. It's nice to meet you. So, have you been helping your dad out, get this stuff done?
Of course, gotta help him out, take some stress off.
Well, so you're going to U of L?
I am.
Nice.
I'm super excited about it.
So, did you have the opportunity to work at any of the polls or do
I
anything?
did.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
yes, I did.
Awesome. Oh, the mic. Make sure she has the mic.
Oh, yes, I did.
How was that experience for you?
It was awesome. I did it last year as well, and
Yeah.
the early voting. It's one of the it's the best processes I've ever seen. He does a great job with it. I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
So,
She needs somebody paid to it.
That's right.
hey, whatever.
So when you're doing stuff, why is it important for young people to be involved in things like that?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm very proud of Frankfurt High's students because all of the students that came and worked were Frankfurt High students.
Yes.
So it's very important to get out and do stuff like that just because it gets you in the routine of what the election process is and what it means to be in the United States and voting. And honestly, I've learned so much more doing this than I have in government class. So
Oh, yeah, 'cause hands-on, it's
hands-on.
practical.
Yeah.
That's
so.
awesome. Well, so what are you going to study at U of L?
Women's studies. So it's it leads into the
Sorry,
law
Dad.
program.
Hey, I'm proud of her.
Well, I'm proud of her too, and I'm proud of all the young people who are helping. You know, because again, this process is something that it's really good to get the young people involved because, you know, they're the ones who are going to be running things later. So thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I want to bring Mitzi in now too, and thank her because I know she's done a lot of work. Hi.
Happy to be here.
All right. So congratulations on pulling this thing off.
Well, thank you. It definitely was a team effort. Our poll workers were amazing. Our staff was amazing, answering everyone's phone calls. And the students that helped out and actually got that engagement with the voters, I think was really important, and they enjoyed that also.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for helping out Cable 10 when we were doing the series with Jeff about the election process and all the new stuff and the integrity. You helped us get everything scheduled and make sure we had all the information that we needed. So I know we really appreciated your help in that.
Well,
So
thank you. I think that was very informative. Of course, you all shared all of that information on your website. We did as well. So hopefully that was helpful, and we'll definitely do that again in November.
Oh, we'll look forward to it.
And I just want to say thank you to Jeff. It has been an honor to serve by him during this process. I have learned so much. I couldn't ask for a better mentor, and I mean, all the checks and balances are in place, and I'm very proud to be here.
Oh, well, thank you. And again, yeah, same for you, too. You've been great.
Thank you.
Both of you have put in a lot of work, and I know that we all here in Franklin County appreciate it. And I guess we're going to do all this again in the fall.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. It will be November 8th is the election day in the fall. And again, is there anything else you want to say before we bring JC back on?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you to Cable 10. You always do a great job informing the voters, so thank you guys. I appreciate the help, and the partnership's been great.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Again, we'll do it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Representative Graham?
Hey, we have Representative Graham here. Hi, how are you doing?
All these Frankfurt High students,
I
I just
know.
enjoy
Here
seeing
we are.
that. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for we're getting your camera squared up here.
Okay.
So we have with us Representative Derek Graham. There he is.
Hello, everyone.
And we're glad that you're here. I mean, we love Election Day around here.
I know.
Isn't it great?
That's part of Franklin County's way of life.
It is.
Politics is very important here.
It is. So let's talk about your race. I mean,
Well-
you had an easy one, right?
Yeah, I did. I did. Today I did. And I'm looking forward to the fall race.
Okay. Do we
I
know who
wanna-
your opponent's going to be?
Yes, it's going to be the same opponent that I had 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm looking forward to that debate and that discussion, but I'm very excited about our candidate for the state Senate race,
Okay.
former Judge Executive Barton,
Okay.
Teresa
Oh,
Barton.
I know. We had
And
her up here earlier.
We're going to work as a team from the top to the bottom of working for the Democratic Party in Franklin County.
Nice.
And we look forward to the debate and the discussions that we will have here in Franklin County. But I do think that former Judge Executive Barton will be an excellent candidate, and I think her message will resonate not only here in Franklin County but across the 20th District. And I think that when she goes into the northern part of the district and they hear her comments and they know what position she's having for all of those issues that will come up, I think the people of northern Kentucky and the other counties, the other rural counties in the north will listen and will say, you know, she has a lot. She's a common sense individual. She has government experience, but she also is willing to work across the lines to get things done for the Commonwealth of Kentucky and in particular for the 20th District. So I am looking forward to working as a team with her, but I'm also looking forward to working with the new Judge Executive, Michael Mueller. I think he will be an excellent candidate in the fall, and looking forward, as I've always been able to do, work with local government, whether it's the fiscal court or the city commission.
It is so
So
important.
I think we have a good team from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
And so I'm looking forward to working with my new colleague come January, Senator Barton. And
All
so I'm
right.
looking
Hey,
forward to
that is quite an endorsement.
Yes, yes.
Well,
But I
again-
also want to say this. I have been on the city commission for 9 years, and in those 9 years I served as the mayor pro tem, and half of those 9 years I worked with Judge Wells, and I want to thank him for the service that he has provided to
Absolutely, yeah.
Franklin County over these last 30 years. He's been an integral part in what we've done here in Franklin County, and I salute him and I thank him for the service that he has provided to this community. He's been a wonderful public servant, and I want to have a shout out to him.
Yep.
But I'm also looking forward to Michael's race and to working with Michael in his race for county judge.
All right.
So thank you all, Franklin County, once again turning out to vote, and we appreciate your support.
Well,
and God bless.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank
It's
you for
always
having
fun to
me.
talk to you,
I
and we
appreciate
look
it.
forward to your race in the fall.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll be seeing him again in the fall, November 8th, and I'm sure we'll be doing a Meet the Candidates interview, just the two of us. And now we have Steve Shelton with us, and he was a candidate for County Judge Executive. Didn't quite pull it off, but we're so glad you're joining us tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us. Just want to start off by saying thank you to everybody that supported us. My wife and I have been on this 2-year journey from the first thought of me running and going through this process. And it's been a great process. I've enjoyed it. I've got the opportunity to meet probably 10,000 people that I would have never got to talk to.
Right.
We put out about 12,000 pieces of literature. I probably walked 100 miles, sticking cards on doors and stuff. So if nothing else, I got some exercise out of it.
There you go. What'd you learn about our community?
There's a ton of good people here, and it's something I already knew.
Yeah.
I'm obviously disappointed with the outcome. I was expecting it to at least be a little closer.
Yeah.
But it's been such a great opportunity, and just meeting people, and the event that we had over at Lakeview Park, just getting to meet all the people and all the kids that came out, and it was just something to give back to the people. But I've had a great group of people helping me all the way, so I want to say thank you to them as well. And this is, first step on a long road.
That's right.
God's got a different plan for me right now, and I'm excited to see what that's going to end up being.
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again to you. I appreciate anybody who puts themselves out there to run for public office, because it takes a lot of a person to do that. It takes a lot of your life, and it takes a lot from your family. And I just want to thank you for doing that.
Yes, ma'am. I really appreciate that, and I want to obviously, I always thank God for every experience He gives me, and I especially want to say thank you to my wife for putting up with the last couple months of me not being around so much, and the money that we invested out of pocket. Like I said, I have no regrets about running this race. I want to say congratulations to Mike. I hope that we have good things coming for Franklin County. I know that I had big plans to help the people here, and I hope that we're still going to be moving in a good direction.
Well, keep that voice out there. We want to hear what Steve Shelton has to say and what your plans are. You talk to our magistrates and our county judge, and you get in there.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and for spending a little time with me tonight. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for all that you guys do for us here.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. That was Steve Shelton. We appreciate him coming by. And the results of his race are Mike Muller has come out of the primary as the winner. And so we'll be seeing him. I guess he's going to face off against Ken Carroll in the fall. But right now we have with us Jake Bonta, who is, I guess, did you win? I haven't.
I hope so.
Okay. Candidate for jailer who has come out victorious for the primary, which puts you in the position because there's no Republican opposition in this race. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I guess you'll just continue on.
We go back to work first thing in the morning.
Okay.
I'd like to thank you all. Y'all have done a great job tonight. We've been watching at the Office Pub and Deli.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was a little too close for my liking, so that tells me that Franklin County wants us to do a better job, and we're going to go to work tomorrow, and we're going to try to get better each and every day.
Okay.
I want to thank my staff. My staff's unbelievable, and that's the reason I ran again this time, is to stay around that staff, and I ran for the community and the citizens. I want to thank all the people in my campaign that worked tirelessly. I'd also like to congratulate all the candidates. Running a campaign is very stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of work, and win, lose, or draw, congratulate everybody. Putting your name on the line in a ballot it takes some guts, and I appreciate everybody. But tonight we're going to celebrate a little bit. Tomorrow we're going to go back to work.
There you go. And just kind of keep the wheels rolling.
best we can.
There you go.
We have a tough job, and we work hard every day to get a little bit better.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you stopping by tonight. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you all.
And you will continue to be the jailer of Franklin County.
Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, we got more folks coming in here. I knew it was going to happen at some point. So once we have the results, everybody wants to come talk. Look, we've got Mr. Eric Wisman here. I have been talking to so many people, I will tell you honestly, I hadn't seen the results. And so when I see people coming in, I'm like, oh, I guess he won. So did you win?
I think I did.
Okay. All right.
We're coming up there with the final numbers, right?
Okay. Eric Wisman. He has won. What is that?
6 districts.
Oh yeah,
Franklin County 6th district.
And you were running against Lambert Moore and Ted Collins, so it was a 3-way race.
Yes.
And you all do not have an opponent.
You don't have an opponent in the fall,
so you're it.
Unless there's a write-in that creates a fantastic campaign, I believe that's it. So.
All right. So if there's no opponent in the fall, then you will start in January on the fiscal court.
I'm going to start now.
I'm
ready to get going.
Start now. All right. Well, tell us about it, Eric. Tell us about your campaign. What did you learn?
Well, there's so much to do in this county, and everyone realizes, I think, that we're at a position of change, a time of change in our community, and I think everyone's feeling that and really voted, it seems to me tonight, for wanting things done and wanting some change. So it's been a long couple of months, a lot of cold, a lot of things. But it's been fun getting out and walking and talking with so many people. I've put hundreds of miles on in the last 3 or 4 months, and it's been good. Been good to reconnect with a lot of people that I haven't seen, in many years. So.
Right. So again, are you going to keep campaigning, or you're just preparing?
I actually intend to keep walking and talking
really?
with folks.
I do.
On. There's several streets and some of the precincts I didn't get to go to, and
okay.
I'm the odd guy that
you already won.
No, I actually really enjoy getting to the one-on-one with people and getting to hear concerns and reconnecting a lot of times with folks and figuring out more family than I knew I had in the district sometimes, right?
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Well, since you don't have an opponent, I won't be talking to you again and meet the candidates. So I will go on and wish you my personal congratulations.
Thank you.
And look forward to what you guys are going to do for us in January.
Thank you. Well, and I have to thank all of the people that voted, got out and voted, and even the opponents who felt like they needed to run.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task, and I have to give a shout out to Ted Collins specifically.
Yeah.
I remember being about an 8-year-old boy when he ran initially and seeing his signs.
If we've grown up in Franklin County, we know who Ted Collins is. Yeah.
But I remember seeing his signs growing up and thinking I want to do that someday. And we didn't have a lot growing up, but I was proud to be able to get here and represent the community I grew up in and all those people that really mentored and instilled a lot in me as a child. I get to give back now, so I'm excited about that. So.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank
by.
you,
I
Kathy.
appreciate it. Congratulations,
Appreciate it.
and we'll see you in the fall.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Come on in.
Great
We
to be
have
here.
somebody. I've never met you before.
Well, it's
so
nice to
I
meet
understand you are Jay Williams.
That's right,
Is that-
GEX Williams.
Okay, so it's GEX, but is it pronounced J? Or are you
Only
just
in Kentucky.
Okay.
There's a town outside of Gent, G-H-E-N-T,
Yep.
in Carrollton up on the river. Just take 127 north to the Markland Dam.
Okay.
Been there since 1700s.
Oh, wow.
They built the Nucor steel plant on top of it, so it's not there anymore.
Right.
But there are J up there. When I say it's GEX Williams,
Yeah.
that's the way they pronounce it.
what it
In
is.
Kentucky. Okay.
All right.
Everywhere else is something else.
So you're running to represent us here in Franklin County.
I am looking forward to it.
Isn't that
I love
crazy?
it down here.
But isn't that crazy?
I had a great granddaddy who was the first senator from Fayette County in 1792. Okay. Colonel Thomas. So I enjoy it. It's a great county, great area, great state.
Have you had the opportunity to get out and meet some people here in
Oh,
town?
I've met a lot of people here. I was here for 8 years back in the 90s.
Okay.
So I was in the Senate, got experience, got to know
Gotcha.
Franklin, got to know everybody around. And a lot of my support was from people I had met back then that helped me down here. So I spent a
course.
lot of time here. This will be my second home this
It
summer.
better be.
Yes. You got it.
We're going to hold you to
It will actually do it. But I do want to thank everybody who ran in this race. The local candidates, Kalen Steller, Michael Templeman, and Phyllis Sparks. They did a great job, and the Republican Party is coming on very strong. And as hard as it is, it's primaries like this that builds the party. So I am very grateful for them getting out and doing the hard work they did. I'm looking forward to representing them and representing Franklin County. I think it will be a great time this summer, and I'm looking forward to really helping Franklin be able to have somebody in the majority party that can work hard for the city and the county here.
Okay, well, we're going to hold you to that, and we're
Okay.
glad that you're here.
Please do.
And I'm going to put a reservation in for you to come back and talk to me later in the fall when we do our Meet the Candidates interviews, because we run that here in Frankfort.
We'll have fun. Looking
Okay.
forward to it.
All right.
We'll have a good race. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
All right, we have more candidates here. That was Jay Williams, and he is running for state senate. So we'll see more from him in the fall. Look who's here.
Hello, Kathy.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great. This is our projected winner. I guess are you the official winner?
I am the official winner.
County Judge Executive.
We are the official winner.
Is
It's a
that
team
right?
effort. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, tell us about your team.
My team consists. I couldn't have done it without my wife and children, Julian Vance and Andrea. Paula Willems was spearheaded a lot of things, and I have so many people to thank. I can't even begin to start. So we had a wonderful team of people who really care about this community, and I'm proud that we pulled it off.
All right. So you have served. You're currently serving on the fiscal court, magistrate in the 3rd district. You will stay in that seat for the rest of the year.
Right.
And then, then how does that work? Then you just move over as county judge, and then.
Well, we have another race in the fall.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we have an
that's right.
opponent
That's
in the
right. You
fall.
do have an opponent.
So not taking anything for granted.
That's right. I forgot.
But before we get too far, I do want to thank Judge
Yeah.
Wells for all his years of service. I think he's shown that 34 years, I believe, between city and county, he cares about this community, and I appreciate everything he's done, and I look forward to working with him, through the end of his tenure. And so we still have a fall race.
That's right. And so you're going to be back here talking to me again.
Absolutely.
We're going to do the whole one-on-one and the forums
Yeah,
and all this
that's
stuff.
right. We get to hang out
I
some
can't
more.
get rid of you.
It's all good. Gives you something to look forward to in the mornings.
Every day, I tell you.
Yeah.
But I want to congratulate you.
Thank you very much.
And I know you worked really hard.
Mhm.
We've seen your signs everywhere, your shirts everywhere, and you've been everywhere.
Yeah.
So
It's,
that's how you get it done. isn't it?
It's exciting, as a current magistrate, I just really fell in love with working with the community,
Yeah.
and that's why, I seek this position, and I look forward to spending the next 6 months still as a 3rd district magistrate. We have a lot of things going on. We have a budget meeting tomorrow.
Yep.
It's exciting, I just truly love Frankfort and Franklin County,
Yep.
and look forward to the future,
Okay.
the vision and just getting things done. It's exciting.
All right. Well, you have a big race then.
Oh,
Got a lot of work to
absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
So, do you take a break, or do you you come out again like I was asking Katricia? You come out guns blazing, ready to go tomorrow?
Nah, I think we need to take a little break.
Okay.
Yeah. Can only handle so much. It's
Okay.
been a tough race,
Okay.
and I want to thank Steve Shelton too for putting
Absolutely.
his name, out there
Absolutely.
and
He was
working
great.
hard, and anybody who tries to, help the community, much respect, because it's a tough job.
Well, he was telling me when he was here earlier, he's still got a lot of good ideas. I was like, well, you need to share them.
That's exactly, and that's what I told him.
We need them
yeah,
here.
absolutely. And I feel that way about anybody who wants to be involved
Yeah.
in the community. So it's exciting,
Yeah.
to start the communication and look forward to the future.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming by, and I want to congratulate you.
Thank you very
and
much.
we'll see you in the fall.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Take care.
Bye, Michael. Yay. Okay, we have another candidate here, Kelly Dykus. And
You keep seeing me.
I keep seeing you around. What is up with that? Okay, you're going to have to fill me in. I can't remember which district.
3rd.
3rd district. Oh, yeah, you're going to be taking Michael's seat because he is moving on. Hey, how are you? So, again, Kelly Dykus, I'm assuming you came out as the winner. I haven't been able to look at the
That's what I
results.
hear.
Okay. Congratulations to you. And you don't have an opponent in the fall, do you?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
do.
so it's not a done deal yet.
It's not a done deal
I'm gonna have to
yet.
get my cheat sheet out again. Okay. So what does this mean? I mean, so it's not over.
It's not over till it's
You got
over.
a big summer
That's
and a big
right.
fall.
I
So
do.
how?
I do.
What are your plans for that?
Well, first I just want to thank everybody that has helped me in this campaign because it's brutal out there, y'all, but everybody has been so wonderful, and I've got so many friends in this room and my family, and they've all been wonderful and have put up with all my crazy. So It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Stephanie Stafford, my treasurer, I could not have done any of this without her. Yeah, they've all been great.
Yeah.
So,
So being out on the campaign trail, you meet a lot of people. You talk to a lot of people. What are you learning?
So what I've learned is, and the reason I think people are voting for me is because I think we have a serious issue with mental health and substance abuse in this community. And that's my thing. And so it means a lot to me. I want people to be healthy and well and happy and all those things. And I don't think we're doing a great job of that currently.
Yeah.
And so my hope is I can lend some support and some information.
Right.
That will help with that.
Well, that is again something that's where you work, so that's what you know. So that's a good perspective to have. Absolutely.
Well, and I'm also a small business owner,
Yeah.
so I also know what that means.
Right.
And so that's difficult.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard in this economy and after COVID and all of that. So that's important to me too.
Okay. Well, you've got a lot of work to do.
I do.
And I will say, take a little break tomorrow.
Don't worry.
Maybe the rest of the week. Then you
Don't
guys
worry.
start gearing up. Maybe get out there this summer, start meeting people, and just start gearing up for the fall. And I will see you again. You're going to be back talking to me again, and we'll do the forums
See you
again.
Oh, yay. I love seeing you. I do want to thank Bo Sutherland because honestly, like, he has been a joy. We have had so much fun.
Good. Yeah.
And I think he cares about the community and
He
and
does.
he ran a wonderful
He
campaign.
does. JC and I
so-
were talking about how
Yeah.
your all's forum was just you were so complimentary of each other and so friendly.
I mean, it's about all of us. It's not about me. It's
Yeah.
not about him. And,
Yeah.
and I think that's what the community needs to think about when they're voting.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
and
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Thank you so much.
All right. That was Kelly Dykes, and she is running for magistrate in the 3rd District, which is currently Michael Muller's seat, which he is giving up because he's running for county judge, and he's got a opponent in the fall. So we have another candidate here with us. Ted Collins is joining us.
Hello, Miss Kathy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not doing too good. I came in second, but I came in a good second, strong second.
Hey, strong second. And it was a tough race.
It was a tough
Those
race.
3 opponents, all 3 of
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had been, formerly served.
Right.
In public, you've been in public service
Right.
a long time.
Yes.
So the people it was 6th District, right?
You're right.
They had some good people to choose from.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I think we were 3 good candidates,
Yeah.
and I want to congratulate Eric Wisman on his win, and I want to congratulate Lambert Moore on running a good, clean race. I think all 3 of us did that, and we worked hard. And and to the winner goes the spoils. And good luck, Mr. Eric Wisman.
Well, you know all about public service
I do.
and how much time it takes,
Oh, my. It takes so much time.
campaigning
Oh,
does as well.
yes,
I'm sure you have people you'd like to thank.
I do, and I'm afraid to name them all because I'm going to leave somebody out. So what I'm just going to say is all the people who walked and helped me with the social media part, and all the people that donated to the campaign. So many walkers that went house to house with me, and there were so many people that helped me financially, and we raised quite a bit of money. We worked hard, and it just wasn't in the cards this time, but thank you all so much, the ones that, the supporters, the voters, especially the walkers and the contributors, and the people that helped me with all the computer area. I think I told you.
I can't believe you weren't doing the social media yourself.
Well, I wasn't. I told you. I said I'm old school. I was doing the old school stuff, but I did have somebody help me with that.
Yes,
And,
of course. I need help with that too.
Yeah,
so.
well, we all do. It changes every minute,
It does.
But I want to thank everybody that, and congratulations to all the winners this evening.
Well, that's I love that you're here to say that, and
Yes.
I want to say thank you for putting yourself out there again. Again, you've put in your time.
Yes.
You have. So I appreciate you willing to do
Yes.
that again. And you still have great ideas that you can share with our fiscal
Yes,
court.
and I'll be glad to
so
help anybody that
Absolutely.
would call on me for anything at any time.
There you go.
Thank
And
you so
that's
much.
why he is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ted Collins. And we're not done yet. We have one more. Is this it? Is she? Last but not least, we have our candidate here. We have Sherry Sebastian here from the 1st District. She is currently serving as magistrate of the 1st District, and I'm assuming that you won.
That's what I heard from the clerk's office.
Okay, I've been talking to so many people, I've
Sure.
lost track of the results, so
Yep, that's what I heard.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How excited are you?
Well, I'm extremely excited. You know, I have never taken my foot off the gas from the first minute that I had the opportunity to serve the residents of the 1st District until today. I was working on things today for them, drainage issues, and that will continue. You know, one thing about this election cycle, it was really heartening to see so many women come out and run for elected office.
That's nice, isn't
That was, and you know, another thing that was really exciting for me, this was the first time my daughter was eligible to vote.
That's awesome.
And that was.
I'm assuming
that
she
was
voted
incredible.
for you.
She said she voted for Mom. So I have to thank, you know, everyone who puts themselves out in this type of opportunity, you know, to serve people. You know, you're not going to hit all the marks all the time, but you're going to do your dead level best. You're going to do your research. You know, you're going to try to make every effort to represent everyone.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You know, when folks call, I don't ask where they live. I don't ask their party persuasion. I don't ask. My question is what can I do to help you?
That's your job.
And that is my job, and I do that, and I work hard. So I appreciate the opportunity to continue to serve.
Well, I know the people in the 1st District appreciate that. Obviously, they do, and they have reelected you. And I'll have to look. So you don't have a
I do
opponent
not.
in the, so this
I
is
do
it.
not.
You're
This-
in.
This was a track meet against my opponents. You know,
Yeah.
we were all in a track meet together.
That's
so,
right.
and I appreciate them coming out and putting the effort forth. You know, to serve as well. You got to have the fire in the belly. To do it.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations
Thank
to
you. Thank you,
And-
everyone, and thank everyone who helped me.
Yeah,
I really
that's
appreciate
important.
it.
Thank you all.
Absolutely, everyone.
Yay. All right. Well, that is Sherry Sebastian. She will continue to serve us in the 1st District as a magistrate. And I think we're about done here. That was it. We're going to bring JC back in here and close this thing up.
Put a bow on it.
Put a bow on it. We're done.
Send the balloons. Send the balloons. Get the confetti. Yeah, Jeff and Mitzi, the only two staff here, man.
They're
Listen.
like, we're getting ready to turn out the lights, people.
Get the confetti. Get the balloons. Election, primary election.
Primary
Woo,
2022.
Are you tired, man?
We're
I
done.
mean, dude,
We're
that
done.
was you just. Doug and I, we got something to eat.
It was like ding,
we had some
ding,
ice
ding,
cream.
ding,
we got
more
some,
people
We got some
here.
ice cream while you
There
went
was
up here.
somebody here I'd never met before. I wasn't sure who it was. It threw me off. But I'm gonna meet him again. We're gonna talk again.
We planted that. You know, we're out there looking for people, looking for good ones.
Well, I have to say again, I'm so happy that you were able to join
Hey.
me tonight. Appreciative of
I
that.
owe you one. You know.
No,
I owe
you
you one.
one.
No, I owe you one here.
I owe you.
I owe you one.
No, you owe your wife one.
I do. I
For
do.
letting me come out here tonight last
yeah,
minute.
Yeah. Just
So-
Kathy Lindsay phone call equals necktie. We gotta get off that train. You know.
You need to go on and wish your father-in-law happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr.
Okay.
Griggs. I'm sorry I missed the dinner. That's a true story. I'll be hearing about that.
So anyway, we just want to wrap up. We've had a lot of activity tonight. Thank you. Closing out our 2022 primary election. Now we have our field of candidates
Right.
for our general election on November 8th. We'll be doing all of this again. And we'll have our Meet the Candidates series. We'll have our chamber forum. We'll be back here, I'm assuming. We'll be back here, Jeff. All right, good. We'll have Jeff come in and talk about the election again.
November 8th.
November 8th. So thanks everybody for joining us, and we hope you have just stuck it out and that you went to vote and that you're looking forward to the general election November 8th. Thanks everybody.